Good Thursday night, world, and welcome to another episode of Lab Talk with the Dog God, aka the Coach, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. That is me. That is I. I am him. That's right. I am him, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My brother Reddy. Salute to my brother Reddy with that pole position. And salute to my brother Cooper. Cooper with that second place. And salute to all of you who are trickling into the classroom. Much love and respect, and salute to all the ones who will be watching the replay, man. Salute to the replay where you can just plug your earphones in or whatever have you, and just go ahead and listen in. Man, take your mental notes, man. Go ahead and hit that replay again. Get your paper out and your pencil out and take some written notes. And then if you got dogs and things of that nature, if you got programs, things of that nature like I do, then you should apply the things that you learn in this classroom because there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it on the net right now. High performance working dogs for the high performance working dog man, dog woman engineer, right? The pioneer dogmen, the ones that are in the front, the creators, the artists. There's nothing like it, not a classroom like it, but over here. So salute to all of you who enjoy this type of content, who enjoys these types of lessons and loves to learn. Not here for the entertainment, not here for the Jerry Springer, but you're here for the classroom, the top tier level, PhD type level, fucking engineer Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla level type of content. That's right. Big salute to all of you. And before we, get to the cooking, and before I get to breaking down my week and things of that nature, man, get your motherfucking herbal sensations out. Make sure you got your Swisher Sweets, your paper planes, your bongs, your gars, get your goddamn edibles out, your dabs out, your lotions out. What else y'all want to do with that herbal scent? There's so many ways to apply the herbal sensation. Man, make sure that shit ready to go. If you like your hops, you love the taste of those hops. You like them brewskis, man. Make sure they cold, whatever it might be. Heineken, Modelo, Coors Light, Bud Light, Budweiser, whatever that you like. There's so many different types, so many different variations. You know how the coach love them variances. So many different hops variances. Get your shit ready to go. Make sure your mugs are cold. And if you like your shots, man, whether it's dark or light, there's so many different variations of alcoholic beverages that are strong, light or dark. Get that shit ready to go, man. And if you like to sip on something, your cognac, whatever it might be, your whiskey, whatever it might be, man, get that shit ready to go, man. And if you like to keep it simple, you like to, you like to put a little chaser behind something, you like to put a little mix to it to give it a little extra flavor. Man, get your mixed drinks out. And you know how the coach like to do it because life is hard as it is, man. When you're a top tier level type engineer, type person like top tier level field general like me, I like to keep things simple because life is hard as it is, man. So you know what the coach got on deck? Y'all know what it is. It's that vodka lemonade. That's right. Big salute to y'all, man. Much love and respect. Another Thursday night in the classroom. Oh man, I needed that. Big salute to you, brother Tony. Tony has done it again. My brother, only the council. Big salute to you, my brother. Inquisitive Dejena. Inquisitive Dejena, my brother, man. Big salute to you, man. Oh yeah, my brother, only the council. He's coming up to the hill. He's gonna be picking up AR-15. Yeah, big salute to you. Only the council, man. He got him a top tier dog, the only one Only the council. You'll be the only one on the planet. The coach don't even have them that has a Red Bull son. Legendary Buff Dogs, Red Bull. Anybody that knows about Buff Dogs, and a lot of people that do, anytime I post a Buff Dog type of content, it goes ham, and all the people who like to reminisce, go back down memory lane, be like, Coach, where did your man, are they in business? No, you know they're not in business. You guys been trying to find them. Y'all know better than that, but they like to ask me all the shit when I post a Buff Dog. I bring everybody out. I bring all the spectators out, all the fans out like I was. They all come out, man, and they all hip hip hooray, and they wish upon a star that they had some level, some peace up front now. Not know, 20 generations back now, because there's people that got, no offense to them, but they got like 7-10 generations Buff Dog, like back, back a book. You know what I mean? No. See, only the council, man, you got the legendary Red Bull, man. You got his son, man. AR-15, man. So I'm so grateful that he's going to you, man. I'm glad that you put your money where your mouth was, and you like, Coach, I want to buy that nigga, man. And you did. So man, you got something great coming. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. And man, oh man, you will be so happy with him. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And just to share, what I mean, just to kind of celebrate the wave. I'm gonna do a post tomorrow, man, of AR-15, man, and I guarantee it's gonna do numbers, especially on Facebook. I know it's gonna do numbers. What I mean? So that's just more, what we call that, confirmation for you that you already know what you got. You know what I mean? But it's just we like confirmation every now and then, to let you know that you got some top tier shit. Guess who made that? Guess who thought of that? The coach. AKA the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. That is me. That's right. And that's right. That's right, man. Let me give me another sip, man, before we cook. Let me get me another sip before we cook tonight. You know what I mean? All right, man. First and foremost, God is good all the time. Hey, shout out to Brother Job. If any of you guys have ever read the scriptures, have ever read the Holy Bible, the coach has read it from start to finish twice. And I've also read the Quran from start to finish. The coaches, there's a lot of facets to the coach. There's a lot of facets to me. I'm just not a flexer. I let my dogs do the talking. I don't do all the flexing because it'd be too much flexing over here. I'll have so much flex fatigue. It'd be ridiculous. But anyway, salute to the Brother Job and all the things that he has gone through, and how life has it throws you all kind of curveballs, and you got to have your audible game all intact. And then Satan, of course, when you don't want to serve him, and you don't want to be a part of the fuckery that the world is a part of, and all that materialism that the world is a part of, and all that extra credit and shit, Satan comes and he puts a little extra credit on you. And then because you know who the Most High is, you get tested. You know what I mean? And I've been tested in the field, just like all of us elite soldiers. It's only a few of us now, because Jesus said, "For many are called, but few are chosen." Right? So it's only a few of us that's elite. But Satan comes hard on the few. I'm part of the few. You know what I'm saying? So I remember a time where, being that I'm a diplomat, I move around the planet with diplomatic immunity. Anywhere I step my foot, I'm recognized on the planet, and they respect my godliness. You feel me? But, when I was going through my fucking storm in my desert, I was in Desert Storm. I remember Job, and every time I wanted to think of oh God, I wanted to be on that pity party like most bitch niggas today. Excuse my language, y'all, but we talk that real shit in the field. Most feminine ass men are today. They be on that pity party. Man, I thought of Brother Job, man. And I was like, you know what, God? And it was hard, because it was hard. It was hard because when things is good, you like, God is good. God is good. When things are bad, that shit's hard to come out your mouth. But I was aware, oh, my life could have been way worse. Oh, my test could be way worse, because I thought about Brother Job, what he went through. So even though I was in my little that moment of that moment of doubt, I still say God is good all the time. That's why I'm saying it right now, because God is good all the time. All right. But anyway, let me tell you about my week, man. So as I was taking care of my doggies this week, and now that I've slowed down, I'm letting the dog game catch up. And God forced me to slow down. What I mean by he forced me, there's things that's outside of my control. Because like I told y'all before, I'm Janet Jackson, right? Right? I like to be in control, and I'm very good at controlling things in my life. I'm a very good field general. That's, I'm a very good head coach. I'm a very good player coach, right? The player that plays in the field, that coaches himself. I'm very good at all that. So, sometimes, right, even though it's free will on this planet Earth that we live in, and God has given all the angels free will, given all his creations, all the ones that he is like him, right? Like the God's free will. So, he gives a free will. He don't intervene, but sometimes he's got to intervene, right? So I was thinking, right? I was thinking like, you know what, man, as I'm just, slowed down, and I'm looking at my dogs and just looking at all my genetic pieces, and I'm just going through the different variances I have and the different mixes that I have that most people don't have. Most people fucking mind don't even go there. You know what I mean? And, I'm like, yo, like, bro, my lab is so cold, man. My lab is so top tier. Like, the parts, like, as an engineer, as a scientist, all the shit I can experiment with when it comes to all the semen I got just sitting on fucking ice. Those are different dogs and different breeds of dogs. I just got all that. They're just waiting for me to bring them back to life. I looked at that. Then I looked at all the forward progression that I have, the different variances of AK. The bulldog variances that I got. I'm looking at, I got a Kangal over here. I got, a female at that, because you already know I got that female Kangal. How many puppies, that just multiply. She just multiplied me with the DNA, because I got a female. I got a female Malinois over here. If I put seed in her, she's just going to multiply me. So, So I'm just thinking about all the things I'm looking at and observing. Like, bro, if God didn't force your ass to slow down, man, you would have ran yourself to the point of no return, man. You would have just had burnt out fatigue, man. Probably had a stroke, probably, whatever, because because I'm a workaholic, man. You know what I mean? I'm a person that's so driven and so motivated that, like, I'll blow a gasket before it's no retreat, no surrender. Like God knows that about me. And I'm so determined about my vision, I'm like, oh, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep adding. I gotta fix this. So I would just keep going. But due to situations, I had to slow down, because there's things that are outside of my control that I had to get back in control. So I'm in that reflective mode now, because I'm not in the action mode in my program. I'm in the reflecting now, appreciating now, just getting my program into an even, I'm giving that, I'm taking the frequency down. I'm trying to even it out now. That's what I'm doing. So it puts them in a reflective mindset. So then, as I'm looking at all the, just the abilities that I have as a scientist or as an engineer, and then all the DNA that I got in my lab and in my face, and then the progressive DNA that I have, like I really have an AK-47 chopper band dog, nigga. Like, I have to reflect on what I got. Like, I have an AK-47 chopper with a Neapolitan Mastiff, German Boxer, American Bulldog in them, and my sauce of game pit bull. I actually have that. All of that genetic combination. You know what I'm saying? I have a fucking game level AK-47 chopper with Black Hawk. I'm just, but I can just go on. But anyway, long story short, you know what I mean? It brought me back to the what and the whys and the how and the what, all those things that we talk about, because as engineers, we always break shit down to build shit up. It brought me back to that in my life. I'm 47 now. I ain't no puppy, but back when I was a youngster, you know what I mean? Not knowing anything about it, I didn't have no experience, right? Experiences teaches you everything, all right? See, the book smarts is a part of it. The studying is another part of it. The practice is another part of it. But EA Sports in the game is where you really get all the knowledge, because then that's trial and error, pluses and minuses, wins and losses is when you're out there in the game. So I had to go ahead and I had to rewind my life back. It's like, yo, why is my program on this level? Why did I have to slow down? Why? I had to, because I'm in that reflective mode. You got to do that. When you mature and shit, you got time, you reflect. So I'm like, dog, why am I so advanced when it comes to these dogs? Why I know so much? Why am I ahead? Why do I get these opportunities that most people don't get? You know what I'm saying? Why I see the forest from the trees? You know what I'm saying? Like why? Why am I so open-minded? And why am I not closed-minded? All these things you start to reflect. Then I go back in time and I go back, when it comes to how I put my dogs together and how I, Formula One canines, right? Formula One canines and, how everything that I've ever owned when it comes to motors has been the top level of performance. Not only has it been the top level of performance, but I've always been in tune with aftermarket performance, always. So I had to go back in time. I said, you know what, man, let's go rewind, man. And so I remember when I was a puppy, man, I was 17, man. I was 17. I just moved to California. First of all, I'm from Baltimore. I'm from Maryland. I moved to California back in 96, 97. Okay. Got family in California. Mom's want to move away from the city, all the shit. She want to come back to California. So we moved with mom's California, right? Boom. So I moved and I moved into a town called Yuba City, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is slow compared to where I'm from. But it's whatever. My cousin was over there, you know what I mean? And my cousin, shout out to my cousin, man. But anyway, long story short, man, I'm gonna try to keep you to speed so it ties into what we talk about too tonight. So I remember I moved over there, and I'm used to seeing Mustangs. Mustangs was hot back when, back in the early 90s. I'm talking about the East Coast. None of my partners had the Beamers unless you was a D-boy. Saabs, Jettas, right? Volkswagen Rabbits and GTIs. That's East Coast shit. Okay. So I was seeing that coming up. Then I moved to the West Coast. I'm seeing the imports now. Now I'm seeing all them Japanese and the Mitsubishis, the Hondas, Integras, etc. Right? So I'm seeing that shit, Toyotas, I'm seeing the Supras. So I moved to this spot, right? And I've always been into performance, period. Whether we on bikes talking about GT, Haro, come on, y'all. Y'all already know that shit. Whether I'm skateboarding, I'm Vision, double kick skateboard, all the Vision Jinx. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, man. So I've always been in that performance base, whether, you get a bike or a skateboard, you got to do something with it, right? Same thing with the car. So anyway, I get my first car, right? So I'm around these imports. It's new. It's new to me. Oh, y'all got all these Japanese cars. And they, they motherfuckers, around where I was at, you know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily know where I was at, but a lot of the motherfuckers, agricultural heavy out there. My Indian brothers out there, they family owned big ass orchards and shit. They was driving the big dually trucks with the lifted. Like, these niggas have money out here. But, it was a variety of races over there. But they had money. So I'm seeing these imports and they had them, dipped, lowered, you know what I'm saying? Had the exhaust on that shit. That shit was looking cool. I'm like, oh, I like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was something different to me. So I remember I got my first car, y'all. So I got my first car. I'm like, Mom, I want me one of these little imports. And, my mom's like, your budget's only like $1,500. I'm like, all right, whatever. Shit, we grow up poor. I'm like, cool, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I go find me a damn MR2, y'all. 1986 MR2 for $1,500. Salvaged. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Got me an MR2, boom, you know what I mean? Now the rich boys, they got the good shit, you know what I'm saying? It's fine, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, so I got my shit. But you know what? I was already thinking like, man, I'm going to go ahead and get my shit souped up. Ooh, I had a little job working at Pepsi while I was in high school. You know what I mean? Did my little thing. So off top, I was thinking different, okay? Even though I would love to have a newer MR2, but I only had a $1,500 budget. But I came with my MR2. It was, it was cool. Motherfuckers like, damn, that's a classic. I didn't know nothing about it, but I saw y'all was fucking with the Japanese. I had to give me something different. Y'all didn't know my budget was what it was. Y'all didn't know that my mom, y'all didn't know it was salvage. But anyway, I took that, Went to my homeboy's dad had an exhaust shop. You know what I'm saying? Cut the shit off, put me in some exhaust. Jimmy rig me an intake because they didn't have no parts for it. Man, I over there, zoom, zoom, zoom. Thought I was the shit. Had my little slap on there, but thought I was the shit, right? Boom. Get into a little car club. Now I'm learning about performance in cars, right? Now, you know, when we younger, we racing and shit, you know what I'm saying? My MR2 is getting dusted and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is whooping my ass. Yeah, I didn't like that shit. I didn't like that shit. Oh man, I didn't like that shit. But because, you know, I'm a diplomat, I didn't know I was a diplomat when I was in high school. I was always a diplomat, but I didn't know that. But because I was a diplomat, I was always fucking with the motherfuckers that was the motherfucker. Because I was a motherfucker. And I was humble in my spirit being a motherfucker, right? I walked the planet humble, even though I am top 3 in the world. Okay, I'm just letting you in, just letting y'all in, just letting you in. That's all I'm doing. All right. So then fast forward, MR2, a whole bunch of partners with the cars. We got the same interest. Motherfuckers got a little bit more, you know, resources, right? They can get the best shit. You know, coach had to make do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? I had the concept, I had the mentality. That's why motherfuckers was fucking with me. They knew I knew what I was talking about. I just wasn't competitive. I wasn't competitive at the time. I didn't have what they had. Fast forward, man. Fast forward. Okay. I'm in college. A year later, I'm in college, y'all. I'm fucking around with this chick. Okay. Just a friendship type shit. You know what I mean? I'm not being serious. I'm in college, man, playing a little football in college, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm dealing with this chick that got, you know, her parents got money and shit. You know what I'm saying? She got credit, all the shit. You know what I'm saying? She got a car. She's like, I want to buy me a Honda. That's what Hondas is popping. Okay. This is like what? This is what, 98? Honda. I want me a Honda. All right, cool. You know what I mean? Well, you want to go? Can you help me? You know what I mean? Can you help me? I heard they take advantage of girls when they want to buy a car. Like, you gonna buy a car? Yeah, I want to buy a Honda. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. So I go out with her and her homegirl to go buy her, you know, help her buy a car, y'all. Okay. So, and listen, I'm thinking about this. I'm just thinking about this while I'm sharing it. I always share you about my week. I'm thinking about this. Why? And it ties into what we talk about tonight. It ties into the dogs. It ties into everything that I am right now when it comes to dogs. Why I'm where I'm at. It ties into it. Trust me. Okay. We're going to tie the boat. So, you know, I'm like, oh, I'll help y'all, man. I'll help y'all out, man. I'll help y'all girls out, man. I mean, you know, shit, I take the ride, you know what I'm saying, with the girls and shit like that. And, you know, I go in there. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just there. So, they go and they're sitting down at the table. They find them a little Civic and shit like that. I'm like, this girl really gonna buy this motherfucking car and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know? So we sit on the table and they're negotiating. And, you know, I see how the salesman is kind of flirting with the girls. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, you know, and now I see why they want me here. You know what I mean? Because, you know, he using his charm and shit to try to, you know, finesse the price and whatever. And then me, you know, I'm just doing the mathematics. I'm like, well, a deal, I'm just using common sense. A deal means less than what you asking. That's what I'm dealing. So he hitting her with the payments. I'm hitting him with the, bro, I need the price to come down. Right. So anyway, I'm negotiating with the, you know, homeboy and shit like that. And then eventually, you know, they give her like a smoking deal. Cause, you know, it's, you know, they see that I ain't letting off and I'm the one. So now he talking to me and then his manager comes, right? They call him the closer. He come in and, you know what I mean? He talking to me. I brokered him a deal. You know what I'm saying? Boom, got him a deal. So then boom, they get their car. I'm like, damn, that bitch really bought a car, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a puppy, man. I think I was like 18 or something like that, y'all. I was a puppy. Anyway, brokered the deal. The manager told me, hey, man, here's my card. I was like, what's this for? He's like, man, hey, you see this guy right here? He pointed, hey, he's like, you see that guy right there? He showed me this dude, man. His name is Mike Davis. Showed me this dude, Mike Davis, man. You know, had a suit on, Italian suit, man. You know what I mean, man? Clean white boy, man. Shout out to all my white brothers, man. He was clean, man. Clean with the suit on, nice, you know what I mean? Slick back hair and shit, man. I was like, ooh, I was like, oh, him, yeah. He's like, him, you know how old is he, man? He's like 20. He's 20? Yeah. You know how much he made? You know how many? He made 10 grand last month. I was like, what? Nigga, I was working at Pepsi and shit. 10 grand. What? He made 10 grand when? A month. Last month. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man. Hey, why don't you think about, I want you to work for me. I was like, man, my mom would not allow. My mom would kill me if I quit school. So anyway, that was that. Boom. Whatever. The girl drives off with the new car and shit. I'm like, damn, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So then I got this car and I'm thinking about it, y'all. I'm just thinking about it. I got this car, like I'm looking at my, my boy Mike Davis. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn it. And so I call my mom up. I'm like, yo, mom, man, I'm thinking about taking a job, mom. And it's getting into the summer, so the semester's about ended. And my mom's like, you ain't quitting school. I was like, no, mom, I'm not quitting school. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, during the summer, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about taking this job. And so she was like, as long as you don't quit school, do what you got to do. I can't stop you. So cool. I'm like, cool. Bro, I called him up like, hey, I'm coming through. I did the interview with the big boss. Man, the motherfuckers hired me, man. Once they hired me, man, you know what I mean? That's when coach started to develop. That's when the man started to develop. That's when the seed of a man started to grow. Because now I'm around fucking grown-ass motherfuckers in their 60s, in their 40s, in their 30s. I'm around balling-ass motherfuckers. I'm around motherfuckers wearing Italian suits. I'm around motherfuckers making $30,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $75,000. I'm around motherfuckers driving all kind of Beamers, Benz. I'm just around all kind of money. And I'm around masculinity. I'm around sharks, okay? I'm around predators and piranhas now, okay? Now I'm like, ooh, now my competitive. See, it's going into why I'm so ahead. Now my competitive nature is starting to get, it's starting to get watered. That seed that was always in me from DNA. Shout out to the DNA. Shout out to the environments that develop, top tier DNA. My top tier DNA was starting to get developed. I was put in a soil of lions and tigers and bears and sharks and hyenas and real motherfuckers about that motherfucking bread. Man, shit, no femininity, none of that femininity shit. None. You kill or be killed, ate or be eaten. No, eat or be eaten, whatever it is. That's what it was. So anyway, boom. Now I go in there. I get that job, boom, 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 boom. I'm hungry, y'all. I got a vision of making 10 grand. I don't know how I'm going to do it. So we know what I did, y'all? I fucking went under Mike Davis. I introduced myself. Hey, I'm the coach, man. What's your name, man? I'm Mike. Hey, Mike, man, you don't mind if I shadow you? He's like, no, it's all good, man. Come on. Man, I shadowed that motherfucker the whole time. Then I was meeting other motherfuckers that was doing similar to him. Then I shadowed them. Okay. Then I had scheduled hours, you get 2 days off, whatever, but you have the option to work open and close if you want to, 7 days a week. You know what the coach did? The coach fucking worked open to close, and he worked 7 days a week. So you know what I was able to do real quick, fast, in a hurry? In my second month there, I made $10,000 in that second month. I made a little bit over that. You know what I'm saying? You understand that? Now, when it comes to the cars, all my partners that, had the sponsorships, whether they had their parents, whoever, whatever, and had them cars that was whooping my ass, that I didn't like. Now I have resources, but I didn't have no credit, y'all, back in those days. Okay, my parents wouldn't co-sign for me. You know what I mean? I didn't have that luxury. Okay, so now I got money, but I ain't got no credit. I can't get you know what I mean? So I gotta go, find a place to give me a loan. Boom, I get a fucking 30% interest loan on my first fucking car. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving y'all a little timeline. You know what I'm saying? I give me a motherfucking used Mitsubishi, better than my MR2. I'm like, all right, man, I should be able to whoop somebody's ass with that. Oh, I got a job, so I can get some credit. It's a fucking high interest rate, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I get that shit, and I bring that around my partners. Oh damn, you got that? It was a Mitsubishi Eclipse, but it wasn't a turbo, y'all. It wasn't a turbo. It wasn't an all-wheel drive. You know what I'm saying? It's just a regular one, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was clean. It was clean. It was a rad one. It was clean though. I felt cool. You know what I mean? None of my niggas had the Mitsubishi. I came up there. Got the exhaust and the intake on that thing, man. I raced that bitch. Motherfuckers was dusting me, man. They was whooping my ass. I was like, man. Oh. Long story short with that, man, you know what I mean? Got into an accident with that thing. You know what I mean? Somebody ran a red light, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Crash, fucked up. Totaled it. Okay. By that time, I had it for 6 months. Okay. Now, in them 6 months, I'm killing it on my job, y'all. I'm killing them, man. I'm one of the youngest ones, but I'm killing because nobody got the work ethic as the coach. See, I had the talent, but I also had the work ethic, man. I'm working. I'm out working with motherfuckers. I mean, I'm young. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got shit. I ain't never made money like that. Nobody around me ain't making no money like that. So now I'm making all this money. I ain't got no bills. I'm motivated. I'm around people that's inspiring me, grown ass men giving me game because they like me. They see themselves in me. That's what they was always telling me. I see myself in you, man, young guy. Man, you know what I mean? Keep going. You're going to be talented. You know what I mean? I hear that all the time from everybody because I'm actually putting in the work, right? They didn't know I was always a worker. They didn't know I was always putting in the work. You know how the coach always preached that to y'all? That work, and more work 3 times. Hey, y'all don't just say that because it sound good. I say that because I live it. But anyway, 6 months ago, my car fucked up. Boom. Okay, shit, fuck, everything's fucked up. I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do? I don't know if I can qualify. Go to my job, right? Got 6 months in at least over there, you know what I mean, on the job and money coming in, you know what I'm saying? So then, you know, my boss is like, man, I'm gonna call the credit union up and get you finance. You gonna do me that favor, boss? He's like, yeah, I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? Boom, get my first, you know what I mean, real official loan. Okay. Now I'm working at the Honda dealership, y'all. Okay, now watch the levels of performance now. I'm working at the Honda dealership, okay? Okay, they got the Honda Civics, right? The EX, the LS. I mean, some of y'all in it, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all was into those imports in the late 90s. Okay, so man, I'm like, shit, I want one of them damn EXs, 5-speed. I want one of them 5-speed EXs. I want a silver one. Can I get one of those, boss? Yeah, I got you, man. Boom. You know, put 3,000 down. I get you in there. Boom, 3,000. I mean, I ain't spending my money. I'm a puppy. You know what I'm saying? I was buying clothes and shit, but I mean, I'm making too much money, man. What? So 3,000 down. Here you go, boss. Boom. Get my car. So now I'm feeling extra because now I got a brand new car out the box. None of my partners got brand new cars out the box. All their parents bought them, you know, pre-owned. They got nice shit, but it's pre-owned. Ain't nothing brand new out the box. You know what I'm saying? Now the coach pull up 6 months later in the Civic, brand new out the box. And now my partner's like, damn, coach, you done did that shit. Damn, coach. I'm like, yeah. Now I'm gonna whoop y'all's ass. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, that shit was slow as a motherfucker. That motherfucker was slow as hell. Okay. So, you know what the coach do? Just like we talking about with the dogs, I'm thinking about the parts I can add to make it faster because I know out the box is slow, but I still got the brand new shit. So I got a little edge over my partners because we competitive. I got a little edge. I got the new ski. Okay. So then I go and, my partner says, hey man, mechanic and shit, because I ain't no mechanic, but I got the mind of a mechanic. I ain't a mechanic. So I go hook up with a mechanic. Hey man, what can we do this? Hey, we can throw some headers on that bitch. We can throw the intake on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? We can throw the exhaust on that shit. Maybe we're gonna do the full exhaust or all the shit. I'm like, all right, cool. We throw those plugs on that shit. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's roll them dice, man. Let's roll them dice. So I do that. So now, we got a little drag spot where all the motherfuckers go out there. We don't got a little spot. Everybody come out there because the drag rate. You know how that dragging shit was big back in the days, man. And so I go out there and, I'm running my shit and shit like that. My shit brand new out the box, man. I ain't even broke that bitch in, but I just, I want to compete. You know what I mean? And I got my first, official car, I felt. You know what I mean? Civic SI, not SI, Civic with the EX with the sunroof, 5-speed, power windows, all the shit, the VTEC, the Honda VTEC. Man, I still got my ass whooped. My dudes are still whooping my ass, y'all. Boy, I was so pissed. So anyway, I go to my mechanic, and now I got a mechanic now, y'all. Now I got a mechanic, and I got resources. I got money now. Now I can, now we starting to figure out how to play this car game like the dogs. So I'm like, man, I need to get some parts, man. So I go talk to my mechanic, like, what can we do, man? What can we do? He said, the only thing you can do is NOS or turbo, man. He said, this shit's brand new. You didn't even break this shit in. I don't give a fuck. That's how I'm thinking, because, at the time I'm making money, man. I don't give a fuck. Well, you might be able to, you might blow your motor if you don't do this. Bro, what can I do? Because now I can compete. Now I can compete now, y'all. Now I don't have to feel like a loser. I can compete. So my dude said, hey, man, the best route for you, man, do the turbo. Ain't nobody turbo this. Ain't nobody around here in the area. You got the turbo shit. Throw the turbo shit in there. All right, cool. He said, also, what I'm going to do, I'll make your shit a sleeper. They ain't even going to know. All right, cool. So my man, I spent the money on the turbo. Got that bitch turbo. Okay. Got the intercooler. Okay. Got the Skunk Works suspension on that thing. Because you know what I mean, motherfuckers, had that shit lower. I think I had some like 17s on that thing, 80Rs 17s on that bitch. I had that Skunk Works, the adjustable coilovers. You know, the coach had some bread, nigga. I was making money, man. Fucking at fucking 20 years or 19, 20 years old, nigga. What? So I had the coilovers and shit, the full Gretty exhaust. Man, y'all remember Gretty and shit? Had the Gretty exhaust, all the shit. Early bird, nigga. Coach been doing the shit early bird, but it's all off of hard work, though. All off of that work and more work 3 times. Right. But like I said, I had to reflect why. I had to take myself to why. I'm giving y'all, you know what I mean, a quick summary so you get it. So when we tie into what we tie into, it really, like it really makes a lot of sense, right? So anyway, man, I get the turbo. None of my boy, I didn't tell none of my boy, I didn't tell none of them. I didn't tell them none because my mechanic's like, we want them to have them a sleeper, right? So with my turbo, I had the big intercooler, but I had it covered so they couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? I had the regular bumper. My man just pulled the bumper off, put the regular bumper on there, didn't expose the intercooler. He had the blow off valve, all the shit. I got everything done with the motor. Everything was, it was nice. So I remember taking that bitch out first time turbo, man, just me and myself. And I took it out and I just mashed the gas and I felt that fucking turbo, that turbo spool up there. And then I shifted it and you hear the blow off valve. And now as I'm pressing that gas, now you feeling the performance. Now I'm seeing my fucking tire. I can't keep traction on the tire. Fucking dashboard. Because no traction. Now I need some damn slicks now. So now I'm getting an experience of what parts do to something that's stock, something that's not from the factory, something that you can't get from Honda. You understand? I got another part that wasn't from Honda. Anybody who had a Honda and Honda parts wasn't gonna fuck with me. You understand that? So then, of course, I go to the little side, little legal trailer we got over there. Everybody there. You know, that's what we used to do. That's what we used to do. We used to race. Then the coach come over there, you know, with the sleeper. They think I'm stock, but they see the new rims on that bitch. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm the cleanest out there. I'm in the brand new ski shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Asian brothers. They had some nice shit too. And my Russians. The Russians be stealing some shit. My Russian brothers had some nice shit. My Asian brothers always had some nice shit. They always had the dope ass Integras, all the shit. So, man, long story short, man, I get out there. You know, they got the dual overhead cam, you know, GSR, Integras, the LS Integras with dual overhead cam and shit with the headers and all that shit. Man, the coach come out there. Man, nigga, I put the little street slicks on my shit. You know what I mean? They thought I was front. Man, I went out there, whoa, nigga, I was blowing on their ass. Nigga, boy, when I got done with that thing, everybody was like, yo, what did you just fucking put did I hear a turbo? Yeah, you heard a turbo. You got a brand new car, put a turbo on that thing? Yeah, I put a turbo on there. Did I hear the blow off valve? Yeah. So you know how we used to, you know what I mean? When you in the cars, you know, you pop the hood, everybody over there, like, you know, they died. All the fucking mechanic cats, all the motherfuckers who was dreaming about putting one on there. Man, the coach got the resources. The coach got the vision. The coach got the vision and the resources now. And I'm a competitor. So now I'm whooping ass now. Now, if I feel like my shit ain't doing good, I go to my mechanic. He turn up the motherfucking boost on your fucking ass. And I skunk you, right? So now I'm thinking I'm the shit now, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to the performance because now I'm feeling it, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning now. I'm learning, I'm not just talking about shit, not dreaming, I'm envisioning it. And then I'm talking to a professional, a mechanic. We putting the vision together. I tell her what I want, what I feel when I drive, and we putting the math together because I got the resources now. We doing now. I go to the field and I'm fucking dusting niggas. So then now I get a little rep. I get a real rep in my city. You know what I'm saying? Now, out here in California, in the north, I know Cali know this, okay? Muscle cars is real heavy. Muscle cars, Maros, Stangs, muscle cars is heavy. So that shit's going old school, all the shit, that race culture out here in Cali, I'm sure it's all over the place, but in Cali, heavy muscle cars, okay? Especially up north, right? So Asian brothers, Russians, okay, the white boys, and of course, some of us niggas, a few of us niggas that was fucking with the imports, okay? I was one of the few, okay? But all my other niggas and, you know, the niggas and shit, they, you know what I mean, the Mexicans and shit, they was fucking with the muscle cars, okay? So, I'm getting a little rep and shit because I'm whooping ass, right? So, I work at the dealership, and I work at the #1 dealership, okay? Just bear with me, y'all. Okay, just follow me. We're gonna get to the topic, but this, I like to tell y'all about my week. I'm segueing. So I'm working at like the #1 Honda dealership, period, man. Period. At that time. It's #1, man. And everybody from the Bay, we had the largest inventory. We sold the most cars. So everybody would come there all over. Now, because I was top salesman and shit all the time, damn near top 3 all the time. And, I had a little rep, I got a lot of, love from the bosses and all that shit because I do numbers. When you do numbers and shit, you know how they do. As long as you're doing numbers and sales, you're going to get love. Plus, I got the personality, right? I got the personality and I'm doing numbers. So now, I'm damn, like I said, I'm learning I'm a diplomat. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? I'm a diplomat. Okay. So now I can park my cars where other people can't, right? So the bosses had their cars parked in the front. And guess where the coach was able to park his car? Right in the front. Not only that, I'm repping the dealership. My shit's fucking looking cleaner than anything they got. Anything that they aftermarket, you know how the dealership, you go and they got their aftermarket cars sitting on the showroom floor. All they showroom floor cars wasn't fucking with my fucking shit. My shit was killing they shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had front row parking. So now everybody would come to our dealership, everybody, right? So then now motherfuckers see my shit. Like, yo, is this for sale? This for sale? This for sale? Man, bro, I had this one dude come down, was like, came down with I think it was his grandmother, man. You know what I'm saying? One of my white brothers shit. He became real cool too. Man, he said, hey, whose car is that car for sale? I was like, no, that's my car. He's like, yo, that shit dope. He started seeing it because he like the import was hot. So he's looking at all the features I got on that bitch. How the profile I got. He's like, yo, how you got it sitting like that? I got the fucking skunk work coilovers, nigga, where you can adjust the shit. Oh, you got that? And then he goes, he's looking at it and this shit. He's like, yo, what you got? I said, I got a turbo. He's like, you got a turbo? I opened the hood up. Of course, it was like God. Like he saw a guy when I opened up the hood, man. He's like, yo, I want to buy that right now. I'm like, no, that's not for sale, bro. He's like, how much you want for it? I'm like, bro, it's not for sale, bro. I just got it. I just fucking bought it, bro. What the fuck you talking about? It's brand new. I want it right now, bro. How much is it? I was like, bro, it's not for sale. He said, how much? But I told him 21. He's like, grandma. He's like, grandma, I want to buy this. He wanted 21. Write him a check. She wrote me a check. So I didn't even get to have that car. Okay. But I'm telling you, it goes back to what I'm talking about how advanced I was already. I was way ahead of nigga. I've been this way since I was a puppy. I've been ahead of motherfuckers. Way ahead. So that shit sold. I said, fuck it, 21. That's more than what I paid. Put the turbo. I made a couple thousand. I made a few. I made a profit. Sold that shit. Okay. Y'all remember the dual overhead cam? The Civic SI, 1999, when they first came out with the dual overhead cam Civic SI, okay? Because I worked at the dealership, you know what I'm saying? #1 dealership, we got the first one. Guess who had the #1 on the VIN number? Guess who had it? The coach. You know what I mean? Fate just so had it that I worked at the #1 spot, and I just sold my shit. And, when it was coming out, they was bragging about it. Oh, now we got the Civic with the dual overhead cam, the VTEC. You know what I mean? It's going to fuck with the Integras, all the shit, GSR, Integras. Okay? That was the hot shit. Okay? Coach was the first one to get one, man, out the box, man. Brand new out the box. And guess what? The coach did. The coach went straight to the motherfucking mechanic and got it turboed. I was the first one in the nation to have that motherfucker turbo. I was in Autumn Magazine. Okay? TMR Magazine. All them damn import mag. I was in all them shits. I went to SEMA. I got sponsored by SEMA exhaust companies. Got rims, all the shit. Raced all the shit, man. Them all my dudes that was into the muscle car shit, the Mustang shit. I was smacking them. I was smacking Mustangs and Muros. I was smacking their ass, niggas. Blowing on their ass, turbo on them. You know what I mean? I had the bread. I was ahead. I had the bread and I was ahead. I was a forward thinker. I had the bread, I had the resources, and I was ahead. Way ahead of them. Way ahead of my time. Way ahead. So now, you can imagine now my partners, we got a little car club and shit. Man, the coach is the pillar now. The coach is the pillar. All the stuff that we talked about, like how we talk as dogmen engineers, how we talk in our ideas. See, all the shit that we was talking about, now I can do the shit. I can do it. I ain't got my mama had to ask for a check to be written. I ain't got a girl. I got to ask for a check to get written. I can write my own checks and do what I own. You know what I mean? So I rode that wave for a minute, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even with the motorcycles, man. Come on, man. Y'all know, I mean, that's why it ties in with the motorcycles. All my partners was riding, with the Wink 1100. Remember the Rough Riders and the Wink 1100, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The dirt bikes, all that shit in the early 90s and shit. Man, I mean, shit, I've been a part of all that. But my partners was riding Gixxers and Hondas and shit. You know what the coach got? Because the coach had resources. I came in with the Ducati 748. All the niggas pull up with the Gixxers and all the Hondas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? The coach pulled up on the ass with the motherfucking Ferrari motorcycle. I came over there with the fucking Ducati 748. But at that time, that was a $15,000 motorcycle, nigga. Came up with the single swing sidearm. That's what the coach was doing. In 2005, when we was all in the motorcycles and shit, right? Because I'm a high performance junkie, man. Man, when it comes to this fucking high performance shit and aftermarket and racing and performing, I've been doing this shit. I've been doing it. Of course, I'm gonna be able to do it at a high level with the dogs. I've been doing it as a puppy with the cars and the motorcycles. How I put together dogs, how I was putting together my cars and my bikes. So, of course, shit, you know what I mean? I mean, damn, I was getting whooped on that Ducati. Motherfuckers was beating me with their motherfucking 750s. I was pissed. Oh, I was pissed. I was looking fresh as a motherfucker, but niggas was beating me, man. I didn't like that shit. I'm a competitor. So 2005 came out. Man, they came out with this new leader bike. I was going out there to the MotoGP. Out there in Laguna Seca. Shout out to Laguna Seca, man. I would go and watch the Superbike races and the MotoGP races at Laguna Seca every year. And they came out, they was bragging about this new leader bike. Okay? Anybody know about motorcycles? The leader bike is the 1000. That's the fastest one, the 1000, okay? Race bike. They call it a leader bike. And in 2005, they had the new Gixxer 1000 come out. It's supposed to be lighter, faster. It's supposed to be the fastest 1000 ever at that time, right? Okay, and also at that time, Michael Jordan got into the motorcycle racing. He had him a racing team. 2005, bought him a racing team. Fucking with the Suzuki, the Gixxer. Okay, so that was the talk. All my partners talking about, hey, man, you know that new Gixxer 1000 coming out? Ooh, I said, yeah, I'm going to get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, my partners already know what time it is. They know when the coach say it. They know when the coach said he going to do it. So they excited for me. You know what I'm saying? They excited for me because they know I work for the shit, nigga. Of course I can get it. I've been showing y'all what I say I do. I've been showing y'all. I've been having the city talking about me. I've been over there smacking heads in the competition. I've been doing it because I have the resources, I have the mind and the resources to do so. I'm not just a talker, I'm a doer, okay? I'm a doer. And then if I don't fucking complete my task of what I want to do, I'm going to fucking double back down and make sure I do it right the next time. And I'm going to do it until I get it right. That's my problem. I just keep going and going and going until I finally get it. That's my problem. Now watch this. The Gixxers come out. I go to my fucking place that I got my Ducati from, and they sell Ducatis, Kawasaki, and Suzuki's, okay, dealership. I go to my salesman like, yo, I want that Gixxer. Of course, shit, I'm a young puppy, but I've already bought a Ducati, so they're not treating me like I can't buy shit. Like, yo, which one you want, man? I mean, we got one coming in. I want the black and red one. Boom, boom. Order that shit, boom. Comes in, it calls me, hey, comes out the box, boom. I get it. Okay. Now, I would lie to you not if I wasn't intimidated by having 1,000. You know what I mean? 1,000 is supposed to be the fastest bike. So I get it. I slow dance with it. You know what I'm saying? And I take it to the bike night, you know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers like, damn. Because coach like to be one of the first. I like to be a pioneer, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn, is that the fucking 1,000? Yeah, that's 1,000. Damn. Then, like I told you, Jordan had a race team, right? So you know what the coach did? Because I like performance. I turned my shit into a Jordan motherfucking race bike. Full exhaust, all the shit, tuned up, all the shit. The decals, the fucking racing rims, the racing calibers, all the shit, man. All the shit. And then because I'm such a fucking competitor when it comes to riding that shit, I'm over there wheeling that motherfucker. I'm taking that brand new 1,000 and I'm taking it on freeways and I'm yanking it on motherfuckers. Now what? So I'm the talk. I stay. That's what I do. I get the shit, I fucking trick it out, I fucking put all the fucking features on the shit, then I fucking ride that motherfucker like it's supposed to. Y'all niggas is scared of the 1,000. Maybe you can't afford it, but you scared of it, so y'all get the 600 and the 750s, and y'all barely can do some wheelies on that shit. Nah, the coach take that motherfucker brand new out the box, trick it out. That shit look like a fucking leader bike at the racetrack. Then I go and take that bitch and I punk it in front your ass. I take that motherfucker and yank that bitch and wheelie it in your motherfucking face. You like, damn, nigga took that brand new mother. That shit's brand new. What if he fucking wrapped that shit? Fast forward, fuck the Euros. Motherfuckers was in the muscle cars, all the shit. The coach went ahead, fuck the muscle car. I had to go and do the Beamers, you know what I'm saying? Because I got the brand. I need to get the Beamers. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from, I'm an East Coast nigga. Where I come from is Saabs, Benzes, Volkswagen Rabbits. You know, the Euros is the one. So I had to go back to the root. I had to get me a Motard. Okay, that's the dirt bike with the street tires. I had to get a Motard, get my half helmet on, fuck around with the Motards. I'm one of the first ones out here in the Cali running around with the Motards. That's before all the kids do all that dirt bike shit. They wasn't doing that dirt bike shit when I was doing that shit early 2004, 2005. They wasn't doing that shit. But the coach was, the coach had the Motard with the street bikes, doing that shit with the half helmets. I'm just giving y'all, like I said, I have to do this. I was reflecting why I'm so ahead, why God had to slow me the fuck down when it comes to these dogs. Okay. So I'm just giving you just so that you understand why I know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to these dogs, man. Because I treat my dogs like anything that's performance. Anything that I've ever dealt with performance-wise, when I got it stocked and I had to make it better, I thought of it just like I think about my dog. I thought my cars, my bikes the same way. So you know what? Everybody's on the muscle cars, all the shit, cool. You know what I mean? They're not really into the Beamers, all the shit. You know, the Beamers are expensive. You know, coach, you know, man, I got a good job, making good money. I'm a hard worker, all the shit, man. I'm always a trendsetter. I've been a trendsetter. I like the shit. Man, the coach had to go ahead and buy him a fucking 330, man. I sold that fucking SI Civic, man. Right when eBay was cracking. eBay just started popping early 2000. I think it was like 2000 eBay came along. It was popping. And one of the dudes at the dealership, okay, that I knew, cool dude, was like, hey, man, coach, what's up with the fucking Civic? I don't see it. I said, that bitch in the garage, man, because I done blew motors and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Had to get the motor rebuilt, all that shit. I was already done with it because I was doing too much with it. It wasn't, you know what I mean? But he was like, yo, what you do with the Civic? I was like, man, I ain't doing, shit. It's in the garage, bro. He's like, what are you going to do with it? I said, I don't know, man. I'm not driving it. Because at that time, I had another car. I had a daily driver. You know what I'm saying? How many of you niggas had a daily driver with your motherfucking brand new? You had a brand new motherfucking Civic that just came out, not even a year old. Then you had a daily driver that you was driving that's brand new. I had a Honda Accord daily driver, brand new out the box, 5-speed, EX, Honda Accord, coupe. You know what I'm saying? On the 18s, dip, killing niggas, okay? So homeboy's like, hey, man, you know what I mean? Like, bro, would you willing to sell it? I was like, yeah. Well, he's like, man, I'm on eBay. You heard of eBay? I'm like, no. He's like, bro, I can sell it for you. I was like, bro, if you sell it for me for the price I want, I'll give you $1,500. I told him the price. Bro, he put that bitch on eBay. No caparoni, no capadonna. That same fucking week it was sold for the price I wanted. That same week, because of all the shit I done did, because of the reputation of the car, because the car being in magazines, because the car being in the SEMA show, all the shit I done did in my rep, sold that bitch for fucking more than what anybody. That shit was sold for some breast. It was a little So I got a Beamer. I had to do something different to my homeboy. I got to come with the Beamer. I came with the Beamer 330 CI. Then after I was done with the 330, I came with the M3 convertible. Okay, now look, brand new shit, y'all. No. This is me being pioneer. I like to be a pioneer. Okay, I like to do shit first. Okay, so while everybody's rolling with the muscle cars and all the shit, I had to bring the Euros out. Now I had to bring the Euros out. You know what I'm saying? Now motherfuckers like, oh, this nigga come with the Beamer with, the 330 CI coupe with the M series package on that shit. Damn, clean. You know what I'm saying? That nigga clean with the leather, the luxury with the speed. Motherfuckers with the V, the 4-cylinders with the imports. I got the V6. Nigga had to go in there, had to go and get the M3 next, man. The M3 convertible with the red guts. Brand new out the box. Order. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to go and get the Viper truck. You know what I mean? For all my V8 niggas. You know what I'm saying? All my motherfucking muscle car niggas. I had to go ahead and get the Viper truck with the V10 on their ass. You know what I'm saying? And then I can keep going. I just keep going. I had to get the Vet. I had to get the goddamn CTSV. I had to get the Harley with all the shit. And I had to fucking bust down the motor. Had that bitch fast. You know what I'm saying? Had a custom shit where everybody, when I pull that bitch up, I don't care who you got. I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care what type of motorcycle you got. I don't care what type of money you put in your bike. When I pull up with that motherfucking Road King Classic that I customized, because I got the gift, I'm an artist, and I got that bitch hot, and I got that bitch looking like something. Everybody's showing up and fucking stopping and staring and coming on like, yo, that shit the coldest shit I done ever seen. That shit is the cold. And that motherfucker fast and hot. That motherfucker barking. Rah, rah. So I had to think about that, y'all, in my reflection of my dogs. That's the reason why I'm where I'm at with my dogs, okay? That's the reason, y'all. All right? It's not for no reason. It's not for no accident. It's not because I like to talk on Thursday nights with y'all for 3 hours just for shits and giggles. Huh? That's not the reason why. No, it's because I've been doing this shit. I've been an artist. I've been an innovator. I've been motivated, self-motivated. I've been a hard worker. I've been dedicated to my craft. Damn near to a default, damn near. It's a two-edged sword. It cuts both ways. I've been doing this shit, y'all. Okay? It's not for no motherfucking reason that I, have the dogs that I have. I was also just looking, I'm just surfing and just looking at other dog, enthusiasts or dog influencers, and just looking at their dogs and how they present their dogs. And, we all got dogs. But it's like, it's like how if I'm going to go out there with my bike, or if I'm going to go out there with my car, and I'm going out there to, present myself to others who have cars and bikes, I'll make sure my car is clean. I'm making sure everything is right. If I'm going to race, I'm going to make sure everything's tuned up. I'll make sure, my presentation is above par. So, of course, when I was able to see an example, shout out to Lions Lair. I've already told y'all this. Shout out to Lions Lair. They're the ones that made me spend $12,000 on a dog because of their presentation of their dogs. I was like, oh, they got some motherfucking dog. I love how they present their dog. Oh, I love how conditioned they are. Because, he didn't know I was a conditioner, but how he presented his motherfucking dogs was like, oh my God. I was in love. Oh my God. I gotta have that. The DNA, I need, if they can look like that, because I know what I can do when it comes to conditioning, I know what I can do. So I'm like, if they look like that with his conditioning, imagine what I can do. So then based off of what I saw his dog's presentation, I had to step my game up with my dog's presentation. I already knew how to condition. I just need to make him look how Simon had his dogs looking. And of course I achieved that. But I'm looking and I'm like, there's a lot of, individuals with good dogs, but their presentation is garbage. And this is like us over here as engineers, us over here as men, we can take constructive criticism. I'm not downplaying y'all. We grown over here, man. We men over here. And like I told you, I'm that type of coach that's going to give it to you raw and uncut. But at the same time, I'm going to let you know at the end of the day, it ain't personal, man. We just, we trying to raise the bar. You know what I'm saying? If I come and I'm half stepping and you my partner and you're not telling me, coach, you half stepping, bro, you half stepping, coach. You know better than that. If you ain't telling me that as my partner, I don't want you to be my partner. If you ain't telling me, coach, you half stepping, what the fuck? What? Why? Nigga, what? Really? Is that the standard we uphold? If you ain't doing that to me, get the fuck out of here. I don't want y'all around me. But you guys know that everything that I'm telling y'all is out of love, but I got to tell you guys how it needs to be, direct, okay? And what I've noticed is that the presentation of dogs is subpar. No, there's no thought in it, right? There's no someone taking their camera and taking their dogs out, make sure they're conditioned first, but taking their dogs out to a field or wherever they got and taking 100 pictures just to get one great shot. Okay. Then, you got to get your editing on. Okay. You got to make sure the lighting is right. There's a lot of shit, man. Come on. Everybody's taking pictures. So you got to stand out. So I was looking at that. I'm like, this is the reason why I've been able to accumulate the spectators and naysayers, the haters, okay, the commentators, the supporters, the fans. This is why I've been able to do that just off of dogs. Not because coach is a good talker, not because coach want to, show all the spoils of war, okay, because I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Not because the coach want to be on this braggadocious shit, because I don't do that. No, it's because of the dogs. I could post a dog picture and draw a crowd off of a dog picture. And I've noticed that most people who do the talking, right? So I get a lot of those fucking talkers in my comment section talking shit like they know me, talking shit like they know about the person where I get my dogs from, telling me, oh, this person, they're talking on my behalf. Oh, this person says his dogs are this, and that's where he got his dogs from. The dog god's dogs is fucking shit. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. And of course, I don't my nipple's been twisted early bird with y'all fucking lames. You fucking no dog having, mediocre dog having, nobody following, nobody gives a fuck about your dogs having individuals. All y'all motherfuckers that, like I said, when I pull up, all the motherfuckers, when you pull up, you got a little baby crowd. It's just you and your little partners and shit that's crowd around you, your little dick riders and dick pullers. When I pull up, everybody fucking show up. When I pull up, because I got something that not everybody got, because I'm a fucking pioneer, and I make sure that bitch is shiny. I make sure that bitch is performing at the highest level to where it's going to make you even show up to come in and hate, to come in and fucking doubt because you're really in love with it and wish that was you. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned that over time, you guys, by experiencing the field of the game and knowing that, when you out there outdoing your opponents, your work ethic is way above theirs. The way your checks and balances is fucking beyond what it needs to be. You do too much checks and balances. The way your focus is and your drive is the point of no return where God got to fucking put something in your fucking way to slow your ass down because you're just too fucking fast. You're just too driven. Okay. It just made, when I see that, when I hear that, that fire that wants me to fucking respond, it's like, like somebody takes a finger and just fucking puts, the fire lights and somebody's finger just puts the fire out with their fingers. Don't even let it even get, like, bro, look at their page. Go click on their profile, man. Look at their dogs, man. Look what kind of dogs they got. Look at how they present their dogs. Like, really? Of course they're going to talk shit. You know what I mean? They talking about you. They talking about somebody you bought a dog from. They couldn't afford $12,000 for a fucking dog from fucking Simon. They was fans of Simon. I'm a fan of what Simon does, and I'm a patron. I'm a customer of what Simon does. I didn't go over there and just stroke his fucking penis and say, what a good job you did on your dogs. Oh, your dogs are the greatest. Oh, no. I went over there and said, hey, salute, brother. How much? Not only that, what's the deposit? Oh, it is? I got my deposit right now. How do you want to send Venmo, PayPal the same day? That's what the coach did. So I had to, sometimes I got to hoosah the moment. I got to hoosah. You know what I'm saying? To understand that, bro, you just, you too far advanced, bro. You've been this way. You've been this way since you was a puppy, bro. You've been this way. But see, me being so humble in my nature, motherfuckers get it twisted fucking with me. Me not pissing like my dogs do. My dogs, when they want to put their motherfucker, and you know how the world do, especially when niggas ain't never had shit. They put their motherfucking leg up and start pissing on shit, let everybody know that they there. That's not in my nature, man. I just show up. And they know I'm there. I just show my fucking dogs and you go to the fucking comment section. I speak about things that's forward and it's a foreign language to lames. It's a foreign language to motherfuckers who ain't like free thinkers, who ain't creative. It's a foreign language. So of course, the only thing you could do is hate because your mind can't even comprehend that shit. Because even if you dreamt it, you can't do it. You don't got the resources to do it. You're not a diplomat where you can go and talk to somebody and talk to them with respect to where they're like, you know what? I want to take care of you. I like how you come at me. I like how you are. You ain't got that. You ain't able to be by yourself on your journey. You're not able to be by yourself. You got to have a peanut gallery with you. You got to have the fucking the whole cheering squad with you. You can't be lonely. You can't deal with all the naysayers, because as soon as they naysay on your ass, they'll push you off your course. But see, I've always been a one-man band. I love a team, but I know that the team is the team is few and far between, right? Right? Because we all got to do our job on a team. And most people on teams, they worry about somebody else's job, not their own. They're worried about the one who's getting all the claps. When all you got to do is do your jobs, maybe you'll get some more claps. But I digress, man. Let's go in and cook, man. Let's go in and cook, man. Let me get me a drink, man. Big salute to everybody. Big salute to Blue Line, my brother Blue Line. Big salute to you, man. Much love and respect. Lucky Mills, big salute to you. Much love and respect. Man, who else we got in the damn chat, man? I mean, anyway, love you guys. Thank you guys for showing up in the classroom. We're gonna cook. We're gonna super cook this one up. You know, the secret sauce. Let me put this in the ticker before I put down the link to the chat. Because, you know, Reddy gonna be like, Coach, man, you gotta put that in the ticker for sure. You know what I mean? That's a given, I know. So let me make sure I put the topic tonight in the ticker. Let me go ahead and put that link up in the chat. We're going to cook tonight, man. We're going to talk about what they call the secret sauce, man. You know, because there ain't no secrets over here. We engineers, we ain't stupid. We not dumb. There's a lot of dummies in the dog game in today's world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dumb diddy dum-dums. But we not dumb. Rogue Wolf Project, big salute to you, my brother. A lot of dumb ditties. Verde Bullies, man. Big salute to you, my brother. But we not dumb over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We thinking, man. So we're going to talk about what they call the secret sauce. And being that we understand what that means and how important it is, you know, we're going to break it down. You know what I'm saying? For the ones who don't. For the ones who don't comprehend. So come on up. I just put the link in the chat. Let me make sure, did it get there? Make sure I did that shit. Hold on. Maybe I didn't. Hold on. Copy. Okay, there we go. Bingo. Hit the link if you qualified, man. So we can cook tonight on a topic, man. The secret sauce. Okay, the secret sauce. Whatever that might be, whatever that Colonel Sanders secret sauce might be, you know what I'm saying? Can you enhance a competition, high performance working dog without it? Okay, keyword is enhance. Keyword tonight is enhance. Young Radio.
Salute, coach. Salute, chat. This another chat or something?
Is it?
Yeah, because I don't see everybody.
What you mean?
I don't see Tony. I don't see Verde Bullies. I don't see nobody. I just see Blue Line. I see Rogue Wolf. And I see Lucky Mills. That's the only ones that came in on this chat.
Hold on, let me see. They did some new shit, man. They did some new shit where they got the vertical broadcast and the regular shot. Do you see them now?
Let me see. Oh man.
What kind of shit is that, man? Cause I see everybody, but I don't know why y'all ain't seeing everybody. So maybe it's because I don't know. That's weird. Cause I see everybody.
Nah.
Damn.
Still the same.
So you don't see Tony? Tony just hit. He said, I didn't see Reddy in the chat either. What the fuck? Kind of shit is that? Uh,
Yeah, I noticed have been doing some funniness
yeah,
lately.
so they've been adding a lot of different features to StreamYard, you guys. So I don't necessarily know. Like right now, they have it to where you can show the vertical and the regular horizontal too. So they got that. So I guess if you're doing it on IG or Facebook Live, you can see what your content looks like in a vertical form. But
Mm.
for them not to be showing you guys in the chat where you guys can't see everybody, that's kind of crazy, man. Because I can see everybody.
Oh no.
Okay, so okay, bear with us, you guys. Hopefully, next time I will be able to figure that out. If I close out, you guys are gonna be closed out, bro. So I don't have that luxury. What's up with you, Chris? You know,
Salute Chris.
I don't have that luxury. So hey, just know
I
that.
see Chris now.
Okay, so maybe as y'all chime in, what I mean, we can see everybody. Um, so hopefully everything works out on that one. I don't know. I don't know, man. But anyway, man, what's good with you, ready?
Chilling, chilling, man. Seemed like my dog turned on.
Uh-oh. Is that a good thing?
Oh, yeah, because he listens and everything, but he just more tuned into the frequency of the noises,
Okay, so he's really
the people.
yeah. So he's super aware now. Now he's
Yeah,
oh shit, this is
he
something
he
different.
cares.
Yeah.
He cares now. He
How big
didn't care before.
how big is he now? What do you think his weight is?
He like he the same to me. He just still solid.
You have you
He's still brolic.
have you weighed him?
Nah, I ain't get a nice way on him yet. I'm planning on it though.
Okay. Okay, yeah, man.
He over 100 though.
He gotta be.
Definitely, definitely,
I expect
definitely.
that. Yeah, I expected that, man. You know what I mean? So, man, I mean, shit. What? How you feel about this topic tonight, man? The secret sauce, man. You know
It's
what I mean?
nice. I like this topic.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. It's something that for us as engineers, we as we've been doing these modern dog marvels, we know that these different variances come from certain genetic sauces, and you know some people like to keep their sauces secret, like Colonel Sanders, right?
Right.
But you know, us as engineers, the more parts we have available at our disposal, the more opportunities we have to enhance our competition type slash high performance type working dogs, right?
Yeah.
So common sense tells us that. However, some that might be new to actually making dogs or some that might be new to competition dogs or high performance dogs might only think, well, if I only take, you know, dogs of the same breed, I can get the same level of results that someone
Right.
who uses the secret sauce gets. And I just want to, us to really dive deep into this subject matter because, there's a lot of, fluff in that.
Yeah.
And
Misconceptions.
yeah, a lot of that. And I want us to kind of dive deep in chat. Y'all participate too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know it's a collective, all of us. So hopefully you'll be able to see what's on there already. But if not, what I mean, I'll try to, somebody say something good, I put it always on the screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So okay, so ready, I like to ask you first, man. So what when we talk about secret sauce, what does that mean to you? Ready? Secret sauce. What does that mean to you?
That means the best genetics possible in the breed. And
But
the
when you
breed, like the breeds that I'm using to create the breed, they're gonna have the best genetics possible. Like all their parents is gonna be from the same line, lineage.
okay, so but when I say secret, what does that mean?
Oh, nobody ain't gonna know what I used
Yeah.
to add add the motors and extensions to the horse.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Oh, I know you guys follow that. That's why I
Like
want to
like
emphasize.
a gatekeeper.
Okay. And that's why I wanted us to emphasize the word secret. Okay. Secret sauce. And then what I mean by secret also is that if we're dealing with dogs within a breed type and we're in a competitive sport, let's say weight pool, and you know, we have a gene pool of performance weight pool dogs of the same breed that we can choose from. And you got your family of dogs. I have mine. Chat, you guys got yours. And we're all using the same standard, the same breed type of dog. Now, let's say we're competing in weight pool and we're all pretty close, right? We're not beating each other by a mile. We're not whooping each other's ass. But it's like sometimes you'll win ready.
Right.
I might win ready. I might win ready. Sometimes you guys might win chat. Like we're that close because we're that competitive and we're using what we're accustomed to using, right? So if I want to have an edge over you ready, or you guys chat, and it's like we're passing the baton. Ain't nobody really got an edge. Ain't nobody dominating the sport. Then me, as a person who's a high performance engineer, I gotta go into my lab and figure out what I'm gonna do. Right? That's what I'm gonna have to do. So, in reality of what I'm gonna do, if I can't go outside, if I can't go inside the breed type to get the level of performance that I'm going to, really, create a level of enhancements to where I'm, dominating the sport, I'm going to have to use some secret sauce.
Correct.
And understand that this is what happens when you are in a competitive field where nobody in your network, especially if you're not trying to share your DNA, because you don't want to give your opponent an advantage with your blood, there's nobody really in my genetic pool of breed type and breed that can give me that level of performance. I'm going to go outside of that and find that. And the prime example of that is how they did with that Whopper dog.
Right.
What we've heard with the Whopper dogs is, weight pool. He was competing in the weight pool. And his regular, I'm just assuming because I'm not him, but his regular wasn't giving him the results his regular pit bull wasn't giving him the results that he wanted to get.
Right.
And being that he had pool with the ADBA and whoever, it's all about who you know in this world. Y'all better respect that. That's why you should never burn your bridges. You always respect people, okay? Because you never know who's going to help you get further in life, okay? So him knowing who he knew he can get away with adding some secret sauce. So when he did, whatever that might be, there's rumors, he became dominant in the sport, did he not?
Yes, sir.
Verde, you ever heard about that Whopper dog? Verde?
Whopper?
Whopper, yeah, that Whopper bull is called, the Whopper bloodline.
Whopper blood, yeah, I heard about them before, but not too much.
Okay, they are weight pool dogs. Okay.
I definitely know about the weight pulling dogs too, though.
Salute, Verde.
So it's assumed that he used Mastiff as a secret sauce, but of course, it was a secret. Nobody, he wasn't telling nobody. According to what he was talking about, is pit bull. That's that's how it was registered. That's what everybody was saying. But us who are competitors know that if we're all able to breed from this pool of dogs and nobody has ever gotten that level of freakness, you had to have added something different to get that level of freakness, which we would call hybrid vigor.
Facts. Shit. So if they added Mastiff to it, wouldn't it just be a band dog then?
Well, technically,
The
that's what.
Whopper dog.
But if it's a secret, you're not telling people your
Right.
shit. You're right. You just want to compete.
Facts.
So you're not telling nobody your secret. You just woofy like your family of dogs are producing these type big ass, strong ass dogs now.
Right.
And you have a system behind you that's supporting you and saying that your shit is purebred.
Shit. I'll be like, yeah, that's my freak of nature right there.
That's how he was selling it. That's how he was selling it. Okay, Chris says hybrid vigor cannot reproduce itself. It's a one-time thing. The only way to enhance it is to breed the F1 hybrid vigor back to its parent, and from that breeding, breed brother and sister together. Hybrid vigor definitely can't reproduce itself. That's a fact. That's a fact, Chris.
Yeah.
That's a damn fact. So with that example being said, when you're competing, right? See, only competition brings out the best in engineers. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Only competition brings out the best in engineers. Think about the military and why their weapons advance all the time. You know why? Because they're competing.
Yep.
You think my last year weapon that I thought was the shit, it was the shit in my eyes, and I had my scientists, and they're my holy grail scientists, and okay, I'm never gonna go against what these scientists has ever done. They have the blueprint, and then your opponent comes and smacks the shit out of your motherfucking weaponry. You think you're gonna continue building weapons the same way? Ready?
Nope.
Chat.
Gotta elevate.
Chat. Come on, y'all.
Gotta elevate, man.
But if I'm competing with you, am I going to tell you my ingredients?
Hell no. Because then you're going to keep kicking my ass.
Thank you. You're going to steal my shit, espionage, spy, steal my sauce, use my sauce against me. Why would I tell you my secret sauce? I wouldn't. Tony says, what about to a dog outside family with similar qualities? That's correct. Tony, you can do that. But listen, if I'm competing against you, let's say you a top tier competitor, like me and you is, we rivals. You think I'm going to sell you my shit? You're not going to buy no mediocre shit, Tony. It's like I gave y'all that example of me with the cars and the motorcycles and shit, and me getting my ass beat because I wasn't competitive enough. I wasn't going to my homeboy and be like, hey, what you got in your shit? No, I went to my mechanic and says, I'm getting beat by that shit. I don't know what he got. I need something different in his shit because I need to beat him. I don't want nothing the same. Plus, if I'm competing against my partner, he's not going to tell me that shit anyway. It's friendly competition.
Right.
He's not going to tell me that. Why would I give you something to beat me with? We compete. We cool. But I want to win. I'm not giving you my shit. Nigga, you better go back in the lab and figure it out.
Right.
I'm not giving you my hard work. I'm not going to tell you my secrets. SpaghettiOs. I'm not going to tell you my secret. I want you to think that all you can do is go in there and breed the same breed, different families. I want you to think that. Because every time you think that, I'm going to come with that secret sauce that is disguised because my phenotype look like it's a standard. But you don't know what's under the hood.
Right.
The secret sauce. Anyone who has ever did any level of competition with their dogs have fucking fell victim to the secret sauce. If you're competing at the highest level, if you're competing at a fucking JV level, you intermediate level, yeah, you can fucking get by with the bullshit. You can get by with the basics because you ain't at the top level of competition. You're not getting your ass beat where it's making you forced to fucking think outside the box to create the circle. You're not being forced to use your fucking mathematical genetic brain to really create in the lab. You're not forced to go and do research and experiment with blood and experiment with different breeds. You're not forced to because you're not competing at that. You're not getting your ass whooped enough. You're not leaving the competition with your head tucked in your ass.
Right.
You didn't have a homeboy that was like real with you, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got to do something different. Yeah, I know you love it. Yeah, I know you think and you thought, but you got to do something different. You ain't got that type of people in your environment. You got dick pullers and dick suckers in your environment. You ain't got individuals in your environment that wants you to be the best, that wants you to do the best. So they force you outside of your comfort zone. You ain't got those. But see, over here, that's what we do. We think outside the box to create the circle. That's what we do. It's not a secret over here. We can talk about things that we've never thought about, but let's try it and see what happens. So that, let's say if, I'm lacking this and I'm lacking that. And, I didn't think of something, but, you and I and all of us is talking about it. You like, you got a different vision than me, but we all want the same result. And you try something different and it works. And guess what? You can tell me.
Yeah, that's like them boys in the UK with the pit bull band. They threw that bitch in a motherfucking Malinois. Shit.
Okay, so Chris says some real shit right here. He says you cannot put BMW parts on a Toyota, same as you cannot bring in outside blood to improve a bloodline. Now I gotta correct you, Chris. One thing about me, Chris, you're gonna learn about me is that I'm a motherfucker who really did this shit, man. I'm a real engineer in the field. Okay, I don't be just talking it because it sound good. I really that. And that's why I always tell y'all, why don't y'all try some shit? When you buy an aftermarket part, is that a BMW part ready? Or is it aftermarket?
What? Aftermarket?
Aftermarket versus a BMW. Okay, a BMW is from the factory. It's from BMW, right?
Yeah.
Okay, another part from another company who makes a part for BMW that can be compatible to a BMW is what they call an aftermarket.
Like
correct?
a universal.
It's not
like it could go to anything.
It's aftermarket. They make it for that is compatible, like you said, to a BMW, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's aftermarket. Now, Chris, you got to understand this, man. I gotta teach you some things, brother, so you can enhance what you're doing. Maybe you comfortable in your space, that's fine, but this is not. We're not comfortable over here. We raise the bar. We don't think in the bloodline. We think outside the bloodline to make it better. Okay, so if we're talking about dogs now, if I got two dogs that have similar drives, but different dogs. And we understand when you talk about dogs, every breed is made by mixing different breeds. Does that make sense, Reddy?
Yep.
Chat, does that make sense? Every breed of dog is a mixed breed dog. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we'll say another breed of dog to another breed of dog that's not similar. That's an aftermarket part.
Yep.
That's an aftermarket part. Now, if you just want to breed BMW to BMWs, that's fine. But see, one thing that I'm trying to teach y'all is that I'm going to whoop your ass, Chris, in competition. You know why? Because I'm thinking about what created that BMW. What produced the BMW? What was the foundation of that BMW? Then how they tweak it. Then based off of that, I know that most of my competitors are going to only use BMW parts. So I already know how to scout you. I already tweaked the BMW to its max because I'm an engineer. I test them. I work them. I'm going to go find something similar but has more of a higher level of performance to add to that BMW to enhance it. So that now when me and you is racing, you don't know what's under my hood. It still look like a BMW though.
Right.
You wondering why I whooped your ass, Chris. Then because I'm a real cat, I'm your partner, I'm a real cat, I'm going to tell you because, you know, I want you to compete. Because that's how we do it. We get better. I don't want to just have the secret. I just don't. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I compete with myself, Chris. Chat. So every year I'm trying to make better dogs. I'm never gonna be the same. So I'll tell you, like, yo, while you, because you're my partner, right? I'm gonna tell you, while you just fucking with BMW parts, I went over here to Japan and got some fucking new cutting edge shit and added it to my BMW, and now it's giving me more horsepower, it's giving me more drive, it's giving me more wind. That's why my dog's face, it's giving me more durability. See, I'm doing that shit. Okay. But I'm telling you the secret. I'm not gonna lie to you and say, Chris, yeah, I don't know why I'm whooping your ass because I'm using the same BMW parts as you. I'm not gonna lie to you, Chris. So I disagree with that one, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I mix dogs, man. I've been doing this shit. And I see the level. Like I told y'all, I got a fucking AK-47 band dog, man. Okay. I got fucking AR-15. I got Neapolitan, German boxer, American Bulldog, game pit bull, crawl. Bruh, when you see them type dogs with
That's
those
the sauce right there.
when you see them dogs in your face, man, you know, you're not gonna, your mind won't be limited. You won't have a limited mind. You have a outside the box mind. And then if you know, because you keep all litters and you know how to disguise it, which can make it a secret, and I can bring a dog that phenotypically look like yours, Chris, and you think it's a fucking purebred, but it's got a secret sauce in it, it's whooping your dog's ass and you wondering why, then there it is. You know what I'm saying? So please, in this classroom, Chris, do not think like that, because if you do, you'll be stuck in that box. And I don't want none of us to be stuck. Whatever you feel you want to do it. If you like your phenotype, Chris, that you like, pick the puppies out that got the phenotype that you like and keep that genetic makeup in your gene pool and then breed it back to what you like. Breed it back to that same fucking breed of dog that you want to keep it as. Do that shit. But hey, you better not add them aftermarket parts, because every dog that was created as a breed was adding aftermarket parts, which is different breeds of dogs. Does that make sense? Ready?
Yep.
Chat, I know you know I just made some sense. Okay? So please, Chris, don't do that to yourself. Don't you fucking dare do it, because like I said, I do this shit, Chris. I ain't over here talking to sound good. You know what I mean? I got purebreds. I done bred purebreds and was wondering why I wasn't getting those freaks that the motherfuckers was getting. I was wondering why until I figured out what they was doing. It's called the secret sauce, Chris. The secret sauce that they're not going to tell you about because they want to be ahead. Why would I want to tell you something? We can talk like that over here. We're the only channel, we're the only classroom that tell the truth. So we can talk like this and be okay with it. But if I want to be over you, Chris, over you, chat, over you, Ready, and I want to be like the man, and I want my dogs to be way more superior to everybody so I can brag, I ain't going to tell you what the fuck I'm doing. Why? So you can have the wave, and now I got to compete with you? Why would I tell you? I don't want no competition.
Facts.
But over here, you guys, okay, I told you, us as a collective, we're going to push each other to keep raising the bar. I don't get stale. I don't want fucking AK-47s. I want better than AK-47s. How many times have I fucking told y'all that shit? I don't want the same shit. I like genetic variances. If I got all that genetics, I like to see different variants of all those. If I got top tier genetics, I want to see different variances of all my top tier genetics. I don't want the same shit. That's why I got aftermarket on my shit. I ain't pulling up with the stock shit. My motor ain't stock. I didn't get my shit tuned up at Honda or BMW. I went to a top tier fucking mechanic that do race cars and got my shit. And then I'm smoking and blowing the fucking doors off y'all motherfuckers. You got some rims, you got some suspension, you got the stock suspension from the factory. I got the fucking upgraded racing suspension and shit. I got the Dale Earnhardt edition. I got the motherfucking Mario Andretti edition suspension. Well, you got the basic fucking Toyota suspension. Like, come on, y'all. That's why I led with what I was telling y'all before we got into the topic. I was thinking, like, why am I so ahead? And like I said, a lot of it's over your head because you might have never touched them type level dogs. You might have never fucking mixed multiple breeds together and seen hybrids before. You probably never. It might be in your mind, but you probably never. I've done it. I've did it. I see it. I've seen it. So my experience is different. I've done multiple breedings with the same bitch and got different variances because of the genetic variances out of each litter. And was impressed by them, the variances. But if I'm breeding myself to a corner and I just keep breeding the same shit over and over again, I won't get no variances. And for me as an artist, as an engineer, that's boring.
Yeah,
that's boring.
Bullshit.
That's boring to me, y'all. There's no art in it for me, you guys. Right? There's no progression in it for me. So I gotta step outside the box to create the circle. I gotta be okay with that. Yeah, it doesn't always turn out the way you want to, but I mean, isn't that how life is?
Yep.
You think of shit, you hope for shit, you work at shit, it don't turn out the way you thought. But we supposed to quit? We supposed to stop? Look, we're supposed to get comfortable? We're supposed to not dream? We're supposed to not push the envelope? We're here to create, y'all. We're here. We're engineers. We create. We don't do the same shit, man. That's boring. That's boring. Okay. My brothers and the dogs, man, if we talk about the same shit all the time, it's boring. I don't want boring shit. I want to be oohed and ah. I want y'all to pull up how I used to pull up, you know what I'm saying? And have everybody like, yo, what the fuck? How the fuck did you, you did what you did? That's how we need to be with the dogs. Bro, you got the dog faster, you got the dog, like I said, like, you know, like, man, I'm gonna digress a little bit, but bruh, when I fucking got AK, I always expressed this to you. I've done dealt with so many dogs. I've done had so many dogs. I tell motherfuckers who think they all that. I know motherfuckers really want to compete with me. Like, I done lost way more dogs. I done buried and fucking put dogs in fucking urns and shit. Their ashes and shit. I got more dogs buried, top tier dogs buried than motherfuckers ever own in their life. That's how cold I am with the dogs, man. That's how much time and money I spend on all kind of dogs. How many dogs I produce. Okay? So when I speak about AK and I tell you about him and I talk about him being a freak, and when I tell you a dog his fucking size jumping up and down nonstop 30 times in a fucking row, come on, man. I ain't dumb, bro. I gotta give you all my example. I done dealt with all kind of fast cars, fast bikes, tweaking shit. I done dealt with all kind of dogs, seen all kind of dogs, all the shit. I done seen it, done it. I'm like Shorty Low, done it all. Done it. And I see a dog that blows my fucking top back for what he does. When I bring people around him and they see him, it blows they top fucking back. My dad, who's not even into dogs, Every time he calls on my house, he got to go see AK. And every time he see AK, he's like, yo, man, son, that boy AK is something else. He's just amazed by what that fucking dog looks like and his intensity and what he can do. He wasn't produced by thinking in a box. That's not how Simon did it. That's not who Simon was. Simon spent his bag. He got a vision. He done bought all kind of dog. You know what I mean? That's who he is. You know, him and I is very similar when it comes to our visions as far as what we want and what we're willing to buy to create it. That's where we're similar. Okay, he has a vision. He has the resources. He goes and buys it. He creates it. That's what he is. That's how I am. So me getting a dog like AK is not for no reason. It's not an accident. It's because I was buying a dog part. Does that make sense, Reddy?
Yep.
Chat, does that make sense? Come on, chat. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I was buying a dog part. His name was AK-40. I wasn't buying a pit bull with this bloodline from so many years ago that everybody has. And, you know, if I'm going to compete with that, then, you know, I'm not doing nothing different than my opponents. And, you know, there's no way I'm going to really enhance what I'm doing. So, but because everybody else says the only way you can buy it, then, or this is the only dogs you can get in your program for you to be legit, I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, I'm not game goofy. I don't want you guys to be game goofy. I'm not game goofy, but I don't want you guys to be game goofy either.
Right.
I'm ahead of myself. I'm ahead of the game because I believe in the sauce. My sauce isn't a secret though, but most of the people who you're competing with or against, they're going to tell you a secret. They're not going to tell you a truth. And nothing against you, brother Chris. Okay, like I said, constructive criticism, Chris, so don't take it the wrong way. But they're going to tell you what Chris just said right now. You cannot put BMW parts on a Toyota. That's what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you, this is pure. I'm beating your ass with a purebred. That's what they're going to tell you. If you're game goofy, you'll believe it. But if you done tested your pure and you done tapped into some shit and you paid for some shit from your other homeboy who has some pure and he was sharing it with you. And you was saying like, yo, I added your shit, but it didn't really enhance my shit. Goes back to what you were saying, Tony. Taking a line with another line from a different family and you're like, you might see a different, you know, you might see a little bit of edge, but it's not what you want, right? Like, it's not the level that you're like, bruh. You're like, damn, I probably could have just conditioned my dog more and got the same result. But because you do these things, right? You try it and you compete. And then when you compete, you get your ass beat. It's only when you go back to the drawing board, it's like, I got to do something different. Like, I got to do something different. Fuck what everybody else say. Why wait kennels, my brother, salute. Fuck what everybody else say. I got to do something different. And if they're not telling, I ain't telling either. You ain't got to tell nobody if they're not telling. No, and when you go to the competition, they're not doing a DNA test at the competition. Are they doing that, Reddy?
Nah.
Chat, come on, y'all. They're not doing DNA tests when you pull up at the motherfucking competition. They don't know what you got in your motherfucking in your motor, your dog. All they want to know is who's gonna get the victory. That's all they want to know, y'all. So because we understand this concept of how every fucking dog is created, We've done multiple modern dog marvels, and we done seen multiple variances of terriers and Kangals and all these different, like we done seen the genetic mathematics foundations that created even better dogs than the ones that were great.
Yeah.
Theirs wasn't secret sauces. Theirs was just their sauce. Theirs wasn't a secret though. But because we're smart enough to understand that if I'm competing with you and you have a dog that is similar to my Patterdale in size, but what's one of those other ones that come on, I know, Reddy, you on top. What's one of them terriers that was good? What was one of them terriers that was like got the sauce mixed in them?
Oh, damn. It was
I don't remember. It's all good.
It was the Platt. Damn, what was that?
I know. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I know. Sometimes you be fucking pulling them shits out the air like, oh, that's this one. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Matt, you guys, if y'all watch the Ultimate Terrier, you guys know which one I'm talking about. There's a terrier that it's like the perfect balance of all of them. Okay. But the sauce.
I want to say it was a plumber.
Plumber. That's it. There you go. Yep. Plumber.
Shout out to Verde. Paying attention in class. The plumber. Okay. Now, if the individuals who created the plumber was like, okay, the Ultimate Terrier is the Patterdale, let's say whatever. Okay. We can only breed Patterdales the way they breed Patterdales. They would have never came up with the Plumber Terrier.
Facts.
Or the yacht terrier.
Yeah. Yeah.
They weren't using what we call that. They weren't using Patterdale, just Patterdale parts. They still were earth dogs.
Fell terriers.
They still were fell terriers, but at the same time, they wanted to enhance the performance. So they used some aftermarket dogs, which is dogs of a different breed. That's an aftermarket dog. They're still dogs. That means they still coexist with each other. They're still universal dog parts. Does that make sense, y'all?
Yep.
They're still universal parts. They're just aftermarket. But in order to get that level of hybrid vigor that we always love, you got to bring an explosion to the genetic pool to get that high level of performance that is not always guaranteed. But the individuals, right, like us, who think like us, who has the resources, right, the know-how, they're willing to do the trial and error and test. They're going to do it. They're like, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, I mean, shit. I want to make a better one than the Patterdale. I want to make a bigger one than the Patterdale, whatever. So I'm going to take this and that and this up, cook it up, pow, pow, ping, pow, and now I got something better. Now I go to the competition, I'm whooping your ass. Then you asking me how you do it, and then I tell you because, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I'm real. It's not a secret. Then I blow your fucking wig back because you never was bold enough to do it. You thought about it. Because we all think about it, right? Come on, like, Reddy, we all think about it.
True.
Don't think that we all don't think about it, y'all. But some of us ain't got to lie to ourselves. Ain't got to lie to the people you want to impress. Don't care if somebody tell you, oh, you got mutts. Some of us don't give a fuck.
Nope.
So we do what we want to do. We independent. The cheerleaders don't motivate us. The peanut gallery don't fucking pursue us, don't fucking make us. Our vision, our drive, our work ethic, our passion for these dogs drive us. The fact that we want to make our dogs better drives us. If my dogs are becoming unhealthy because I'm going too tight because it's like, okay, I got my formula. I just want to keep it. I want to tighten it in the DNA. So I start inbreeding, real heavy. And I love the way they look. And I'm like really loving the dogs, right? I'm getting kennel blind now, right? You know what I mean? If I forget that I need to go ahead and, throw something different in there, like, bro, like what kind of engineer am I? I finally got it. Oh, I finally got the look I want. And then I fucking ruin the dog because of what the dog looks like. Looks only play when it comes to performance, when it comes to functionality. Not aesthetically pleasing.
Right.
It's functional. It might not look the way you want it, but it performs at the utmost, the top tier, the most peak. That is how we dictate the dogs that are the number ones in the spots. That's the standard for our performance, is the ones that functionally perform the way they're supposed to look. But the head ain't as big as I want, or the bones aren't as big as I want, or he's not as tall as I want, or the color's not what I want. Bruh, stop. Hang it up. Hang it up. Stop it. You know how hard it is to create a top tier peak performing dog? You know how hard it is to do that?
Very hard.
You better be grateful to God if you ever produce one of those, regardless of what it looked like. Regardless of what it looks like, you better be grateful to the Almighty God if you ever produce a fucking top tier peak level competition dog in whatever competition you fucking competing in. You better be grateful to God. I don't give a fuck how ugly that motherfucker look to you. If it's winning and whooping ass, you better worship that dog. Because think about athletes. Think about fighters. Think about how the ugliest guy, if he's a top tier athlete, gets all the best pussy.
Yep.
Think about that, y'all. The ugliest, the shortest, but he's a top tier athlete. He's number one. He getting all the pussy. And you might be the most handsome, the most model, the model, the most ideal, right? But you know what? That ugly duckling comes through, but he's a top tier fucking alpha performer, whooping everything, and he getting all the pussy. All the girls look at you like, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, look, you pretty bitch. Fuck you, man. I want to go over there with that ugly athlete, the top tier athlete, the alpha, got all the men jocking. Hey, the ugly athlete, top tier athlete, got all the men jocking him. All the men want to follow him because he's a top tier level alpha athlete. He's not a pretty fucking model boy, pussy boy, pretty boy type. Got the wow factor, but no motor. Come on, man. We said we can talk like this because we know it. We know how hard it is. We know that you are not gonna. It's gonna be really hard to create a complete dog when you're pushing the envelope of performance. We know it's gonna be hard. That's why it's only a few of us that do it. That's why it's only a few top tier level dogs on the planet. I'm not talking above average. Okay, we're in the high performance realm of dog. We're not in the performance realm. We're in the high performance. So this is above. This is you know what I mean. This is elite. Everything we do in the lab is pushing the envelope, pushing the envelope. We're pushing the genetic envelope to create the next level of performance in dogs. So of course, when Reddy pulls up these different type dogs, that's going to pique my interest. Of course, that's going to pique y'all's interest because we're wondering, okay, well, let's study this dog and see if, maybe I might want to add that dog to my program. Maybe I want to add that dog to my genetic recipe in the future because I don't have what that dog has performance-wise. So when it comes to my performance dogs, I want to have every genetic part available for me to create better dogs than you. Friendly competition, y'all. I want you, Tony. I want you, Reddy. I want you, Coop. I want you, all you. I want y'all, when I pull out my next creation, I want y'all to come out like, damn, coach. Damn, coach. Because I know y'all fucking engineers too. I know y'all appreciate this shit. You know, we all appreciate the same shit. We ain't gonna, like I said, we ain't fluffing each other. We ain't that type of cats. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We one of them type, we workers. We know what it is, right? We put in the work to get what we want. So of course, you know, if you see what it is, you like, damn, coach, you done did that. Coach, damn, coach, I remember you was talking about that. Coach, damn, you actually did it. So guess what I'm going to do by doing that? I'm going to inspire you. Vice versa. Tony, you came in, you fucking pushed the envelope. You know what I'm saying? You've been talking about it because that's what we done got a lot of, it ain't a secret over here, though. So we talking because we engineers, you know, we motivate each other. Yeah, do that shit, Tony. Oh, you going to get that? Damn, you just got that dog? You cooking these dogs up, and you produce that shit like, yo, look at this dog. Look what it do. Look how fast it run. Look how hard it jump. Look at the hardest bite. Look, like all this shit, and we seeing it. Yo, we like, damn, Tony, you done did that, Tony. Damn, Tony. You inspire me. I got to get back in the lab. That's what it do for us. I got to get back in the lab. I'm getting comfortable. I'm getting complacent in my work. Yeah, I got good dogs, but man, Tony just brought something I thought was damn near Mission Impossible. I thought that was Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, but Tony just did. Hey, Tony, what dog you use? Oh, man, I got that dog from fucking Tibet and shit, whatever. I got that dog from fucking Ethiopia and shit. Like, what the fuck? You got a dog from Ethiopia? What breed is that? Oh, that's one of these ancient breeds. They breed them like this. That dog is all work, man. Ain't about no dog show. Ain't no that dog's all work. No play. All work. Yeah, you know how we believe. You know, we believe in that hybrid vigor, man. So you know, I brought that shit into my blood. You know, I got all kind of fucking shit in my blood. Brought that new shit into my blood. Explosion. Kept all the puppies and shit. Picked the best one. Damn it. Jean-Claude Van Damme. It. So, is the secret sauce necessary to enhance? Can you enhance your dog's level of competition breeding within the same gene pool as everybody else?
No.
Chat, do you guys think that? Do you think you can enhance your competitive fucking edge over your competition breeding in the same gene pool as everybody else? If everybody got the same parts, you think you really have the advantage over your opponent if y'all shop it at the same place using the same parts?
Nope.
And like I always like to tell y'all, like study racehorses, man. Study fucking race cars, motorcycle racing, drag racing. When you got teams competing against each other, they got rules, but it's always about the edge. Whose engineers are better? What parts are you using? How are you using those parts? Whose driver is better? All that is, you know, like we ain't got the same driver, the same car, the same shit. But that shit will be boring as fuck. You know the fans want to see some fucking drama. You know the fans want to see some fucking emotion when it comes to competition. There's no way they will allow us just to, okay, this is y'all gonna use the same shit. You know what I mean? Ready, break. What's the whole point of having competition? That's why when we was watching, you know, the master class of the thoroughbred horses compared to, you know, competition dogs and stuff, and how, you know, I was telling you how one of the you know, one of the owners of one of the most premier breeding fucking programs in horse racing was talking about a horse that he called him an alien because of all the different horses in them that were outcrosses.
Mm.
And me knowing this, because I do it, I knew what he meant. Someone who don't know no better wouldn't get it. He knew about the genetic diversity that gives him that explosion of genetics that makes him competitive when he cooks up his horses to make a horse that's different than the others who got damn near the same genes, right? Because they got a tight gene pool. So he knew that genetic diversity was going to give him a higher level of chances to produce higher vigor. That's why he called it an alien. And that's why when you really are into competition dogs and you're really into high performance and you're competitive, you'll do whatever necessary to fucking win. You'll do whatever is necessary to fucking make a better fucking dog, whatever it takes. There's no way I'm going to let you ready tell me how to cook up my dogs if I'm trying to whoop your ass.
Facts.
It's just, there's no way. There's no way. Ready? You my partner. Ready? You my partner.
Every which way possible.
Right.
There's no way. Like I said, we partners. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking you trying to talk me out of a victory if you tell me otherwise.
Yep.
Which I can respect. Because some people can get talked out of their reality. That's fine. Talking plays. You know, I mean, we said it all the time in fighting. People talk you out your game and shit.
Yep.
Same thing with dogs. Somebody might talk you out of your creativity. Might talk you out of your gift. If you do that, your dogs will be mutts. If you do that, your dogs is this. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. See you wherever we competing at. Then when I whoop your ass and I tell you the truth, then what you gonna say? Oh, that was luck. Oh, I'll get you next time. All right, cool. Let's set it up. Then I whoop your ass again. Then what you gonna say? Then I whoop your ass the third time. Then what you gonna say? Oh, I know what you're gonna say the third time. Hey man,
let me get one of those.
Yeah, coach, man. I need one of those. I mean, you proved it to me in competition. But over here, it's no secret, y'all. That's what I want y'all to understand. Don't be fucking naive of the secret sauce. Don't do what I did when I got into the bullies and I believed that I was going to make some extreme fucking bullies just taking the standard bullies to the standard bullies and getting some freaks out of that. Don't you fucking dare do what I thought, believe in a lie. Until I was told the truth by motherfuckers who were pioneers of it. That they use what they call what, Ready? What did they use, Ready? What's the sauce called, Ready?
For what?
Verde, what's the sauce called, man?
For what we talking about? What breed?
What's the topic tonight?
Secret sauce.
There we go. There we go.
Okay. I get it.
There we go. We don't know what they did, Ready. Hey, Verde, chat, Ready. We don't know exactly because they're not telling us. But right. We know it wasn't what was stated in the standard. It wasn't what was stated in the stud books as the standard. No. It was the secret sauce.
You gotta love the Miyagi story.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I say you gotta love the Miyagi story.
Bro, all of it. Secret sauce. Secret sauce. But see, then you wonder why they control the game. They did something that most people aren't willing to do. They're willing to take their own idea and do it. and make something that have everybody going ooh and ah. Like I said, like I used to do when I used to come up with the cars and the motorcycles. I was doing shit that motherfuckers wasn't doing. But I'll open my hood up and show you something and blow your fucking wig back. Cause I like that. I like to show you what I got. I don't want to like, oh, my shit's all stock. Oh, yeah, I'm whooping your ass because my shit's stock. No, look at this shit. Damn, you did that? Oh, damn, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did this. Step your game up, motherfucker. Step your game up. Ain't no secret why I'm whooping your ass. Step your game up. I ain't all stock. I don't need to lie to you. I'm not stock. How can I beat your ass stock like you? That's common sense would tell you that. So instead of me woofing, try to act like I'm just such a better driver than you. No, look at this. Yeah, I'm a good driver, but I got, I got a gifted car. I got a gifted bike. Oh shit, I got my shit tuned up at BMW. Well, no, I went to my fucking mechanic, who's a top tier mechanic and shit. He's just gifted and shit. He suggested these parts and this part. He done built drag cars and all kind of shit. You dealing with fucking regular factory workers, nigga. I ain't dealing with that. I'm not dealing with no regular fucking factory. I'm dealing with a top tier talented fucking mechanic. He, you know what I'm saying? He know how to tweak shit. He get it on a dyno tune shit. So now my shit tuned and tweaked with all the parts that you ain't got. Then I'm whooping the fuck out of you. Then you wonder why I show you. Same thing with the dogs, y'all. Remember, it sounds good when people talk like, oh man, it's plug and play. You should be able to do it too. It sounds good. Oh, it sounds so fucking amazing. Oh. It gives the basic minded individual hope that they can do it too. You mean I can spend, $2,000 on this dog, and the top tier breeders are spending 10 plus, 15 plus, 20 plus, depending on what type of dog they're getting. But I can spend 2,000 because the blood is that blood, and I can get the same results. It gives people like that hope. Instead of, Coach, why you whooping my ass? Coach, why you smoking me? Well, you know how much I spend on my motor? I had to fucking take the heads off, rebuild the bottom end. Did you do that? No. I add the turbo and all the shit, NOS and all that shit. I had my shit dyno tested. I deal with a top tier mechanic. I paid him, 150, 200 an hour to do my shit. Did you do that? No. Oh. So you know why I'm whooping your fucking ass? Do you get it? Yeah, I get it. Okay, cool. Now you understand. I ain't lied to you. I'm not lying to you. I didn't lie to you. Okay? Yes, your basic headers and intake and, your basic shit, your little basic ECU upgrade and shit. But you got the stage 1 upgrade. I got the stage 10 upgrade, bitch.
Real shit.
But see, the coach wasn't aggressive like that. See, we talking like that because I'm coaching, right? I'm coaching y'all. But see, me being humble, I'm always talking and being polite to niggas that don't deserve that level of fucking politeness. They deserve me to do like my dogs as alpha and piss on them. Because they never going to get what I'm saying anyway. They just going to hate.
Right.
They going to hate because they ain't never going to do it ever in their fucking life. They don't got the vision, nor the resources, nor the time, nor the ability, nor the talent. They ain't got none of the above. They don't have that. They're not qualified. That's not who you are. But because I know this already, I just play it low key, man. I know you're gonna hate. I know you're gonna do all that shit. I know everything I'm talking about is above your pay grade. I know that. I get it. I know as soon as I leave, you're gonna find some way to downplay what I just did to your ass and what I did to the competition. I know you're gonna be mad because everybody come and see my shit. They don't want to see your shit. I know that. I know that your personality would never get you to get fucking, Buff Dogs, Jackie, and Joe to come up off his motherfucking foundation recipe. I know you ain't got the diplomacy to be able to do that because you don't know how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Your conversation when it comes to dogs don't inspire another dog man to say, you know what, my shit in your hands, I'd rather be in your hands because I know you're gonna do something with it.
Right.
Anybody else? Nah, hell no, I'm not doing that shit. This is my legacy and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. I got it. It's cool. I done did everything I needed to do in a dog game. You know what I'm saying? Like he done did it in this shit. He retired. He done. But what you talking about, coach? Remind me of myself. But not only that, I think you're gonna take it to another level. So yeah, here you go. You got the money? I'll sell it to you. And I did just that. I did just that. Okay. So again, with the topic, y'all, the secret sauce. Can you enhance a competition high performance working dog without it? Okay. Anything you guys want to add to that? You know what I'm saying? Anything y'all want to add to that subject? Verde, anybody? Chat. Anything y'all can add to it? Experiences, etc.
I done
I say
seen
shout out to the mutts and the runs. But as far as can you get a high performance dog or try to create something outside the boundaries of what you have without sauce? I say no. Like you got to go find your sauce for your, you feel me? You got to find that sauce for yourself though. Like once again, don't look at what coach got going on and be like, "Oh, I'm finna do that." No. Find your lane, find your sauce, put that shit together, work it out. Cuz once again, you got to have errors to say you achieving anything. You feel me? I feel like if you don't have a few errors,
yeah,
you're not achieving
you
something.
gotta make mistakes to fix them and
Right.
correct them.
Right.
It's
Go ahead. Keep
Facts.
cooking. Go ahead. Keep
like as
cooking.
far as experience go, I like it's like this, right? I wouldn't tell nobody go breed an exotic bull to a pit bull, but intentionally, far as sauce go, already know what happened if you find a right quality exotic bitch in a right quality pit, and you got to make sure what is mom and what's dad, and far as what goes on. And I already know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a more healthier type, let's say exotic bitch with a more what drive, more of this. So if you take that back to let's say something that's more of a so like for instance, right, except for taking the putts back to an actual pit or let's say an exotic bull, that is your sauce. You need to realize that F1 you have is your tool. It's time to go work that shit with something else. And that's what I did. I pretty much took a tool and worked it with my classic bitch. And now it's almost like what coach say. I'm outside walking around with my puppies. Oh my gosh, everybody assuming these American, and I'm having to tell people like these are hybrid bulls. Like these aren't American bullies. Like it's certain times where I have to tell myself, like, bro, these are hybrid bulls. Like this shit got real game bred pit behind them. Like when they get to playing, when they outside, like all you feel me? Like I do little testing trials, you feel me, little training areas. I take notes, you feel me? Once again, like what coach say for the next breeding, so you know what you want to add on or either want to take away from your camp. You feel me? So
Right.
it's certain things like for instance, yesterday I threw the puppies in the tub. I filled the tub halfway up with water and I threw toys up in there that sink. Cause I wanted to know, like, I stay in Vegas. I take my bitch out to a lake. Real story. It was one time where I threw her ball and she didn't realize like to hold her breath. With like her natural instinct didn't kick in as a bully. And like this is real G shit. This bitch must have dived in the water to get her toy and came back up choking and shit. My bitch survived and shit,
Mm,
but it was just like certain shit like that I think about. My boy Ozzy, take him to the lake. never had no choking incidents with him. And to imagine a bull that's 13 inches swimming in. So all I'm thinking is like, I wonder if his pup's more like the dad or more like the mom. So the test was throw him in the tub, fill it halfway up, throw some toys in the water, and just sit back and see. Like, it took him about a minute to really get into it, but a minute into it, when I say these puppies was diving in the water to get their toys, I mean holding their faces under the water for 2-3 seconds. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Like, if when it comes to sauce, because once again, like I'm still in the air, like the error in the taking notes. So I'm not once again finna tell people, hey, go do this, go do that. No, don't do exactly what I just said, because I'm still figuring this shit out. And I will
Right.
be damned if somebody go do this shit and end up selling people dogs that is not what it's supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But like, as
Exactly.
far as sauce go, I definitely say sauce is needed, and the right sauce. You feel me? Don't go get that bullshit. And if you is getting some bullshit, I don't even know why you getting the bullshit, for real, for
Don't
real.
get the
Like,
Yeah.
bullshit. Like you
You need
said,
to
don't
quit.
get the bullshit. Don't do it.
Yeah, you need to quit.
You know, if you're not thinking like I just broke down earlier on, you know, before we segue into the topic of discussion, just how I was with cars. If you're not looking at your dogs like performance cars or performance motor anything, if you're not looking at your dogs like how you would put together a fucking race car, then you're out of your league. You're never going to be able to have a dog that competes at the highest level. If you're not putting your dog together like you will put your fucking $100,000+, $2 million Formula One race car, whatever. If you're not putting your dogs together like that, then you'll never be at the top of anything when it comes to competition. Because I guarantee you, your competitors are thinking like that if they're winners.
That's a fact.
If they're winners, they're thinking like that. If they're losers, then of course, you know what I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? You don't even qualify, bro.
Yeah.
But if you're a winner, everything counts. Like Reddy was talking about how they treat them dogs in overseas, them fighting dogs. They treat them like royalty. You know why? Because that's, you know what I mean? That's they fucking winners. Of course they're gonna take care of that damn dog like it's royalty. It's a winner. So if I know how to make a dog a winner in my developing and conditioning and training, and genetically I got to make that dog capable to be able to handle that type of training, conditioning, and whatever else that I got to do to put it at a high level, then you know I got to put the right genetic parts in that dog for it to be the winner.
Yep.
I have to. I'm not going to just, you know what, like I'm just not going to do it. If you know what I mean, I'm just not going to put the same parts and expect a different result. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Some of you guys might do it. Hopefully not. But you know, my opponent might do it, but I'll keep whooping his ass. You know what I mean? Like how we talked about with the Whopper guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew
Yeah.
he knew he wanted to dominate in that sport. So what did he do? He had the secret sauce. Then he dominated. I heard he dominated the weight pull shit. That's what I heard. Dominated. Thanks to his secret sauce that he disguised as a regular pit bull, American Pit Bull Terrier, thanks to the ADBA. But according to competition, he did what he had to do and he dominated it. So for him, he don't give a fuck what you think after the fact. He got all his records and everything. What else can you say? You can't say shit to him now.
Nope.
He got all the records. He whooped your ass. You didn't think about it. He did. What can you say now?
And you bought puppies.
Oh yeah,
Awful.
for sure. There's so many dogs. That damn Hulk dog came off that Whopper shit,
Hell yeah.
and et cetera, and et cetera. So many
Etc.
other dogs.
Word. Yep.
So many other dogs. But I just gave you that example because that's something that is a lot of people know about. And he was dealing with competition sports in weight pool, and he dominated that shit by adding secret sauce. So in his eyes, he don't give a fuck what you think. Oh, you got a mutt. Did I whoop your ass? But it wasn't pure. Did I whoop your ass though? Do I got the trophies? But it wasn't, like all that. But, bro, that don't matter. Who's got the victor? Who's got the victory? Was they testing DNA when we was at the fucking weight pull track? No. Okay. Did I know somebody that you didn't know to make sure that my dog was classified as an American Pit Bull Terrier? I mean, all that crying in the river is all good, but you still got your ass beat.
Yeah.
So please, y'all, please understand this now that we don't have to lie over here. And it doesn't have to be a secret. Whatever you want to do to enhance your dogs, do it. I made my own dogs, man. And, my dogs get the attention that they need to get, man. I've gotten my level of popularity because of my dogs, and they're my dogs. It's my vision. They're my cook-ups. I've made my mistakes. I got a whole bunch of losses. I'm willing to stand alone. I'm okay being by myself. All of the above. But at the same time, I can go into my yard and reflect off the 20 years of me breeding dogs and creating dogs. I can look at my dogs in person, in life. I can look at all and reminisce on all the dogs I've ever fucking lost and buried in a fucking hole or cremated. I can go to my sperm bank list and see all the semen and different dogs I got and be like, you know what? This is why I do this shit. This is why I did it. How many people got the many different breeds and different variances of dogs that I got? The new arena that I'm about to play in, which is the bull herder arena, you know what I'm saying? Like I can sit on that fucking DNA for 2 to 3 years and still be ahead. That's how far advanced I am when it comes to, because I got so many variances of the bull herder. We talked about that. I got so many different variances of the bull herder. They're not even in tune with all the variances. Right now, we learned about the pit bull variance and the bulldog variance. Remember that? Ready?
Yep.
I got more variances than just that. That could potentially be at the highest level of competition. It's still a concept, but my concept can be a reality because I got the DNA. I have it right now. It's not a fantasy for me. It's not a dream. I achieved it. I produced it. I have the different breeds of dogs to create it. So I can sit in my lab and be just, you know what? Yeah, it's too early, coach. Coach, it's too early. They don't have their racing garage. Their parts department is not as extensive as yours, coach. You ain't got to keep going. You're already way. They don't have the different genetic variances already cooked up. They might have it in their mind, but they ain't got it cooked up. They don't have the vision like you, ready. Some of y'all in the chat where you see dogs and you might have the resources where you can go buy you a Chinese red dog. Or I could buy me a yacht terrier over there from Germany and sit on it until I'm ready to cook with it.
It's a fact.
I just want to encourage y'all that we are not like everybody else. We are not like the masses. We are, we're not like the sheeple. We're not like them. And be okay with it. They're going to talk so much shit until you pull up on their ass. Then they'll be dick riding and dick pulling in your face. And then when you leave, they're like, I don't like that shit. I don't like how he just pulled up on me and made me a fucking fan. I don't like that. I don't like that he thought of that himself and I didn't think of it. I don't like that he proved me wrong. They're going to do that. I don't like that when he posts his dogs, he bring everybody to the fucking game. I don't bring anybody to the game. I bring my fucking same dick pullers and dick suckers. That's all I bring to the fucking game. Nobody else come to my game. Anytime hey, y'all know a master of all bullshit, right?
Yep.
All y'all know about that guy, right? You know what I mean? Never no dogs to show, but always his mouth to run, right? Why, when I post something, he always show up to my game with all the motherfucking naysayers and spectators. You know why? Because he knows that's how he gets his following is in the peanut gallery. And he knows when I post something, I'm getting hundreds, even thousands of people in my comment section. He can't get that posting a dog, but I can. The only reason why I can get that is because what I do is different than everybody else. I ain't afraid to tell you what I got, whether you fucking like it or not. And when you post something, master of all bullshit or whoever else, nobody is in your comment section. The algorithm hates your shit because you don't have no presentation for your animals. You got pit bulls, but them motherfuckers ain't fucking looking conditioned and muscled up. Or maybe you got your pit bull is on a fucking leash in the backyard. You don't got your pit bull in no action fucking poses. Muscled up, conditioned up, whatever it might be. Like these are the things that we understand over here. We understand this. But you need to understand that the outsiders, the other people who want to talk down on what you want to do, don't understand this. And you should be okay with that. I want to encourage y'all to be okay with that. And I also want to encourage you guys, step your game up. If you really want to compete, if you really want people to know what you're doing in your program, step your game up. It's not going to be easy. No. It's going to be a lot of work and more work 3 times. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of sacrifice, a lot of money. Oh, yeah. A lot of time, too. Oh, it's going to take a long time. Oh, long. I said, I'm coaching 20 years in. Breeding program, 20 years in. Okay. Man, I got a lot more to go, man. I got a lot more to go, man. I got a lot more to go. I'm not there yet, y'all. I'm not satisfied. I'm not where I want to be. But my foundation is set, though. None of my years of doing dogs is gone in vain. I got productions, all different types. I done experimented all different ways of breeding. They're all kind of different crosses. Bred the same male to the same female 2-3 times to see the different variances. And seeing out of every litter based off of those breedings done 3 different times, I got all different litters. None of the puppies were the same. How many people do that? How many
None.
people got that? Like real shit. How many people got that in their notes? Not because I don't got no fucking gene pool, so I keep inbreeding, and shit start to look the same. Then I get inbreeding depression, and they start fucking falling apart. Not that shit. No, I got a fucking plethora of genetics. I started out with outcrosses. Then I take those same outcross dogs, breed them, see the puppies, assess the puppies, sell the puppies, keep some puppies, breed them again, see the puppies, sell some puppies, assess the puppies, keep some puppies. Different. Oh shit, different. Oh shit, different. Damn. Variants, genetics. Where they come from? Where'd that come from? Who that look like? You know, like think about my lab notes and my stats. Think about my stats as an engineer. And how you like, damn, like, damn it, so many, okay. Oh, wow, I didn't know I can get that. Oh, I didn't know I can get this. Oh, I like that. Oh, good thing. You like when you're an artist, that's what drives you.
Yeah, plethora of things.
You got options. You didn't even know you had options until you cooked it up. You didn't know you can create you a freak. You didn't know you can create you this type of dog. You didn't know you can get this type of drive. You didn't know how you didn't get this type of awareness. Like you didn't know you get this type of athleticism. You didn't know you can get this type of muscle. Like you didn't know none of this stuff until you in the lab cooked it up. And you saw the variance, and then you learn when you seen it, you appreciate it. Like, dog, bro, if I didn't do that 3 times, I would have never known I would have got that dog. I would have thought this one time, I'm gonna breed it one time, that's it. Oh, I bred it one time, it didn't work out. You know how motherfuckers do that, they ain't really in the lab.
Yeah.
Oh, I bred it one time, it didn't work out. Why don't you breed it another time? Why don't you try that one? We're gonna do a show about when is the right time to pick out your dog. We're gonna do a show about that one. Because see, through trial and error, you never know when it's the right time. That right there is like the lottery.
Yeah.
When the right time is to pick out your dog. That's like the lottery, y'all. When you have been able to keep dogs and watch them grow up, you'd be very surprised that what you thought was going to be the best dog wasn't shit.
Ain't shit.
You'd be so surprised. So we're going to do a show on that one as well, man. So anyway, we done beat this shit up. You know, you got anything else to say on this? I mean, I want y'all to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, add whatever you want to add if we missed something. But we done beat this one up, man. You know, I still think that this was over a lot of people's heads. You know, I think that they think that they can really get top tier performers with fucking regular sauce and shit.
Yeah, with the same old same.
Yeah, I really think, you know, like Chris, I really think people think like what you just said, like you can go within the same breed and shit and get fucking top tier level, next level type performance type dogs, and that is a myth. That is a myth that the ones who knew better did better, but the ones who just believed the myth was just stuck in the sauce, and it wasn't the secret sauce. But you know, I mean, that's not for me to tell nobody, even though I'm talking about it in our classroom. That's for you guys to find out if you're a competitor. Okay, that's for you to find out if you're a competitor. See, I am a competitor. I have competed. I'm going to be a competitor in dogs soon with my bull herders. I competed it within myself when it comes to conditioning because I am a top tier level conditioner. I love that. So I competed within myself because that's what I like. I like that. But I'm going to soon be competing against others and hopefully competing for a military contract for my bull herders. That's my goal. But I know if I want to compete against them boys in Europe who already got the monopoly over it, I better do something different. I'm not going to go and buy their dogs, breed their dogs, and think I'm going to get a military contract. Does that make
Hell
sense?
no.
Ready? Chat, does that make sense what I do? I'm going to go buy from the top tier motherfucking breeders overseas and breed the same way they breed and think I'm going to get their military contract
You gotta
when they
cook up your own fire.
right? Like, what? Am I stupid? No, I'm not stupid. But some people might really think that they're going to get the military contract by buying dogs from other people who already got the wave. Why would they go to you for? You ain't got the you ain't got the fucking the N. So you know what hey, ready. You know what the coach does, chat, Verde, everybody. You know what the coach does? The coach will go and buy a piece of your top tier DNA just so I can add it to mine so I can get that explosion. So maybe one day I get something different than yours that's better. Because I believe in hybrid vigor.
Yeah.
So I'll buy your shit just so I can make something better than you. That's why I would do it. I'm not going to want to make the same as you, Ready, or Verde, or Chat, because then you the source. Who am I?
Fact.
Why they gonna fuck with me, Verde, when you the fucking recipe owner? Fucking with me, they fucking with you, Verde.
Hey, you know what's crazy that you just said that, because remember the other day when I reposted who was that, Red Tiger? I reposted Red Tiger High Performance. When I reposted him on my story, and I was like, no, it's crazy. A lot of dumbass breeders gonna look at this dog and still gonna argue with me about what he is. Tell me why I had a string pocket bully breeder slide up in the DMs and send me a OD English bulldog trying to talk to me about what your dog was. I'm all like, this shit is crazy. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I'm looking at the oldest English and I'm looking at this high performance and I'm all like, bro, what about that says this is that?
They don't know how that dog
They
is.
don't know the cup.
They don't. And I asked them, you know what's crazy? That's what it was. I asked them two things. I said, Brody, I said, what do you think he used to cook up in his dog? I said, because you saying English bulldog, but I said, I want to know, was it Johnson or Scottish type? He couldn't answer it. Left me on scene.
It would blow his mind if he knew the pedigree of Red Tiger. That's all. It will blow his mind. You know what I'm saying? If he knew the pedigree of Red Tiger. But again, these people, Verde, Chat, they're not engineers. They don't know how to make dogs. They've never made a dog before. They just buy a breed. They've never made one. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know anybody who's mixed breed dogs and made a dog like Red Tiger.
They don't.
Nah.
So when you talk to them, you're speaking a foreign language. It's like you speaking Chinese.
No, facts. It's almost like this, right? Like when I first came in to the bully game, like not to pull this back up, but it's like I say about the Miyagi story. You feel me? Miyagi and Dax. You feel me? Dave Wilson, he kicked Miyagi blood out, and damn near every dog to deal with Miyagi. But just to find out that Dax is Miyagi's blood. So a new breeder like me, that shit was Chinese. Like, what? Like a dog? What? Huh? What? And then I'm like, what is the reason? Just to find out. Like, okay, I see why. Because once again, they wanted the oohs, the wows, like you say, the amaze, the wow factor, the applause.
Yep.
That's what they wanted.
That's what they wanted, and they got it though.
Facts. Because it went from Dax to Rocco to God knows who else.
Yep. I mean, and that's the secret sauce. They wasn't telling us that. See, us coming in being wild at it, they telling us it's bred with, staff and fucking standard pit bulls. That's what they telling you. Lion.
Facts, because if that was the case, which it took me a minute to, and that's what I'm saying, like Chinese, like it took me a minute to realize this. If that was the case, Dave Wilson, like, why would they kick you out of the UKC if that's what the UKC was breeding for?
Correct.
Like, if you honestly was breeding Staffy to American Pit Bull Terrier, I don't think the UKC would have kicked you out for that.
Exactly.
Kicked you out for
Right.
Exactly. And Bobby Deans told him, Bobby Dean's already told on fucking Dave Wilson. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They all telling on all them motherfuckers, Terrell Quincy, all of them told on each other. So it is what it is. But see, the secret sauce, you guys, okay? It's no secret no more over here. Okay? We done did the modern dog marvels. It's not a secret for us. Okay? But for those who have never created a dog that wowed somebody, that created a trend, that was different, that had the wave, whatever it might be, those of you who aren't Bashar, those of you who aren't the David Tant, who created Mayday, we can go on and on about the dogmen who was thinking for themselves and not like you. They got the wave because they was doing what they wanted to do. They didn't care how you thought. They was going to do whatever it took to create that dog that they wanted. Mix whatever fucking ingredients of dogs that they want to mix in there. And because they know how to disguise a dog phenotypically, it'll fool the fucking minute mind of most of these dog men and dog women in the dog world. Because you're not a creator. You're not an artist. You know, whatever. You just hop on trends. You know, I could tell you anything. You believe it. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you don't know how I did it because I didn't tell you. Of course you're not gonna know. Then I'm gonna tell you, hey, you just breed like this, and you know, you got a selective breeding, and you're gonna all that stupid ass dumb shit that people who aren't in the lab don't comprehend. If you're in the lab and you tried that, like I did, and you're like, yo, why am I not making this? Why these dogs aren't turning out? Then you're like, oh, I get it. I get it. After talking to these guys, then they telling you the truth. Then you slap your own self in the face. Of course, that's what they did. Why did I believe them? Of course. Isn't that how you made your cars fast, coach? Isn't that how you made your fucking bikes fast, coach? Did you do what everybody else did? No. I added the secret sauce. When my mechanic said, I'm going to make your shit a sleeper so that they don't know why your shit is faster than them. But the coach is like, I don't care. I'm going to open the hood anyway and show you. I'm not going to lie and say my shit. Just, you know, I went to Honda like you and shit. And, you know, what you get, I got the same headers as you. And I'm just a better driver than you. What? Am I stupid? No. Most people are stupid, though.
Yeah.
And because we want to believe these people who are the founders and the pillars, and because they don't want us to have their spot, we give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm just telling you guys now over here, don't you dare do it. We know better over here. We know what we need to do to make better dogs. We've got to get into the lab. We got to get better genetics. You know what I'm saying? When we got a problem in our fucking bloodline, we got to correct it. We don't keep fucking breeding the same shit and think we're going to change it. No, we don't do that. We needed a fucking new introduction of a new DNA so we can correct some things. Yes, it might change our phenotype. Yes, it's going to change our genotype. But you know what? It's a slow and steady process that wins the race. We know that. It don't happen overnight. We're not stupid. We're going to take our time because we're engineers. We're going to keep testing and keep figuring out till we get it right. You know what I'm saying? It might be the first breed. It might be the second breed. It might be the third breed. It might be 4. It might be 5 years. It might be 10 years. It might be 20 years. It might be 3 years. It might be 2. Well, I mean, shit, whatever God blesses you with. But at the same time, you still got to go through the process. There's no shortcuts. Nobody comes and is undefeated in doing these dogs. No, we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
But who's going to push the envelope and who's not? Who's going to be in their comfort zone and who's not? Who's going to advance their family of dogs and who's not? Right? Who's going to make AK proud and who's not? Because AK don't control who he breed to. I control it. Who's going to, when AK spirit passes out of his body and his DNA that God blessed me with, It's in my hands. What am I gonna do with it? Am I just gonna fucking breed them to the same shit? Or I'm gonna breed them to mediocre shit? Is that what I'm gonna do? No.
Hell no.
No, that's not what coach is gonna do. No. The coach got a Kangol. I'm gonna breed AK too. Huh? How many people think like that? Not many, but that's how the coach think. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I did that pit bull shit for me because I wanted to add 8K. I wanted my pit bulls to be bigger. So I added 8K to my line. But after I did that, I already done it. It's already done. What else is there? I'm not gonna keep going pit bulls and shit. For what? That's what I'm saying, you guys. Like, you gotta think. I'm not gonna do the same thing that Simon did.
That's
You know
already done.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna do the same thing that Simon did that produced AK. I'm not doing that shit.
You already got them.
Hey, thank you. Ready? That's played out to me. I got them already. I'm not going to keep doing what Simon did. Thank you, Simon, for what you did. I'm not going to copy you. That's played out. I'm not going to copy where AK's daddy came from. I'm not going to do what my brother Greg do at Crack Kennels. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? That's his shit. I'm not going to copy him.
It's backwards.
That's going backwards, you guys. I don't go backwards. I progress. I keep graduating. It's next. So of course I got to do something different with AK's blood. Of course I got to throw him in a Malinois, in a Kangol. Y'all know what a Malinois is when it comes to performance. Y'all know what a Kangol is when it comes to performance and ability and strength and bite force. Do you understand my progressive thought pattern? You understand how I'm cooking? You understand why if I produce that dog and it comes out and turns out the way I want it, when I bring it outside, how everybody gonna be over there looking at it and wanting like, yo, what the fuck, coach? Coach, what did you just fucking produce, coach? You see how that pattern follows me ever since I was a puppy? When I was fucking with the Civics and shit, imports. Then I graduated to the BMWs and the M series BMWs. Then I went to the muscle cars, the Viper trucks, and the fucking the Corvettes and the CTSVs. Then I went to the street bikes, the Ducatis, and the leader bikes. You follow me? Does that make sense to y'all?
Yeah.
Yo.
That's how we do the dogs. That's how y'all should see your program if you're dealing with high performance working dogs. You need to see it in that light. If you do not see it in that light, you will never progress. You will always get surpassed. And if you're not in any level of competition, then you'll never know. Then you'll fucking never know. And I thank God that the Most High God forced me to slow down. He forced me to slow down. I'm too advanced with this shit. I'm too advanced with this shit, bro. Like I'm obsessed with this shit. I'm obsessed with fucking high performance dogs. I'm obsessed with my program. There's so many breedings I got in my lab that I can do. But I'm too ahead. They're not ready for that. So I digress, man. But we killed it, man, tonight. We killed this shit tonight, man.
Word.
We killed this, y'all. Just please, man. I'm saying please because it's a choice. Please don't be naive in this dog shit. Please do not be closed-minded. If you're an engineer, you cannot be closed-minded. If you're a scientist, you cannot be closed-minded. You cannot, because we will never progress with closed-minded fucking thinkers over here. Anything and all things is possible when it comes to these dogs, but it's like, how far are you willing to take it? How much sacrifices are you willing to sacrifice? How much money are you willing to put in it? How much time are you willing to put in? How many losses are you willing to accept over the victories to achieve that which was once impossible, and you made it possible? Are you willing to be lonely and have everybody hate on you and be naysayers and, you know, downplay what you're doing? Are you willing to accept that? Are you okay with that? Are you willing to step your fucking game up when it comes to your presentation?
Yeah.
You're willing to put in that work and more work 3 times every fucking day and hold yourself to the highest standard, even though everybody else below you don't hold themselves to the same standard. Are you willing to be that guy who's by himself that has the most ridiculous standard that you hold yourself to in your program? Are you willing to be that guy or gal? I don't know. In order for you to be at the highest level of anything, you have to be that guy. If you want to be the GOAT like Michael Jordan, you got to be a dog like Michael Jordan, man. You got to be a competitor like Michael Jordan. You got to compete with yourself even more so than you compete with your opponent. How does that sound? Huh? Your self-competition has to be higher than your fucking opponents, your ops competition. Are you willing to compete with yourself and look in the mirror at yourself and say, you know what, it ain't good enough? You know what, we ain't pushing hard enough. We ain't working hard enough. You know, the pain is not, I don't feel the pain enough. To yourself. Oh, I let myself down. Hey, there's no excuses. Are you willing to be that to yourself first before you go into your opponent? With the sob story when you lose? With the excuse that you lost? Come on, y'all. It's a new league over here, man. We created it, man. We pioneers of this shit right here. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of what we doing. I know if we all stick to this fucking playbook that we all operate in, everybody got a collective brain. Everybody got ideas. Nobody's downplaying nobody's ideas. I want us to always push the envelope. Be okay with making a mistake. Because that mistake, the next time you push might be the fucking next, you know, it might be the next wave.
Yep.
I would just say it might be the greatest mistake you have ever made.
Word.
Right. Exactly.
Super facts, man.
Exactly. We need to be encouraging each other by what we're doing, by the vision, by our dog. And if we see somebody who got the wave, we know better. You know what I'm saying? We see somebody with something different, we know you'd use some sauce. And you're probably not going to tell me it, so we're going to call it the secret sauce. Because I might ask you some real shit, because I ain't stupid. Hey, man, what? Hey, man, how you breed that dog? Oh, I took fucking Bobby Blow from this bloodline, and I bred it to Shira from that bloodline, and I got fucking Me Too movement fucking.com. Look at the pedigree. You look at that shit like, okay, wow, okay, yeah, all right, that's how you do it, motherfucker. Yeah, right. Sounds good.
Man.
Sounds good. You thought you was talking to somebody who's getting goofy. That's fine. But see, when you smart like us, we can look at the phenotype, the bill, and we can look at the dog and be like, that dog looked like it was mixed with this. See what I'm saying? You see how we talk?
Yep.
Wait, the performance and the drive and the tuck, the way the ribs are shaped, you know, like the way the rear is, the way the back is, like all that shit. The way
pass turns.
Yeah, the pastures, the nares is shaped, and the muzzle is shaped. They added, like, we can start. We're start reverse engineering, like Tony was, like my brother Tony talk about. We start reverse engineering they shit. Because we engineers, we make dogs. Motherfucker, you can't fool us. You can fool the naive dummies, but we make dogs. So I can see all the different phenotypes in your dog already. I already know what you probably use.
Facts.
Hey, if you guys ever get a chance, Forest Hill Pit Bulls, y'all follow them?
Yeah.
Yep. Selected.
Okay.
You know.
Hey, and then like I said, I'm going out on a limb, and no disrespect, Forest Hill. If you listening, no disrespect. They use Whippet and Greyhound for them goddamn pit bulls, nigga. Dog, I can see that shit all through the motherfucking pit bulls. Oh, I ain't no fool. But at the same time, they're not gonna tell me that.
Hey,
But
Yeah.
me knowing them,
all we gotta see for real is them do them out run with the motherfuckers. Full
bro, you
speed.
can see it in the phenotype.
Yeah.
No, for sure though, for sure.
That's all I. That's enough for me.
No gauge in the chest. If you know, you know.
I can see it in the phenotype. I can see it in the muscle type. I can see it in the phenotype. I see it in the structure. I see it in the head.
You just see it in the head and
But,
in
see,
the
if you,
structure.
but ready, Verde, check.
Structure.
If you game goofy, you believe it's all purebred. If you was game goofy,
Oh no. So and then I'm not gonna lie, you could tell heavier it gets in the generation. I feel that they're going now. I want to say they adding it. Got to be like some type of bull terrier, like Staffordshire bull terrier. You can see it in the pheno because they starting to get more chest. If you can see it, and
yeah,
it's like ain't no way in hell if you was line breeding and selected breeding that you just get chest out of nowhere.
yeah. But I don't fault. But watch this, y'all. I'm not faulting them for that. They got the wave. Their dogs look amazing.
No facts.
I'm sure they perform amazing too because overseas, you guys got to understand this, y'all. Only in America we got. And it's sad because we're the home of the free, land of the brave. We supposed to be so advanced. There's more dummies here in America than overseas.
Yeah.
Why do most top tier performance dogs come from overseas over there in Europe? Why did the majority of high performance working dogs come from Europe?
Thinking
You know why?
outside the box.
You know exactly. You know why? Because they know how to make dogs. They know how to mix dogs and make the dogs that we all want.
And they're not afraid to take those steps. They not afraid to use breeds that you would think aren't worthy. Shit like that. Yeah.
They ready, and they fucking actually work them dogs
And they
too.
work them,
There you go.
test them.
There you go. So of course they're gonna be okay with taking dogs that you would never use because you don't work your fucking dogs, man. Your dogs is in the backyard. Your dogs ain't doing shit. Might be biting a toy. Your dogs ain't really working shit. You know what
Getting
I'm saying?
fat.
Yeah. So you don't know. You wouldn't comprehend mixing this and that. You wouldn't comprehend because your dogs don't do no fucking job. You know, you wouldn't understand why, let's say if they did. And like I said, I'm not saying that you guys did, I'm saying Forest Hill, but I'm just, I'm just assuming. I'm going to say this is something. If you didn't do that, then I apologize. But, if I watch that dog perform, I probably will be able to really pinpoint it when I see how agile and how fast that motherfucker is. Then I'm already going to know what you did, motherfucker. You can lie to me all you want. Because when you study dogs like we do, we know where you, like I said, if I'm a mechanic and I put together cars and I understand how you get the best and the most speed and performance out of cars, I can tell you what you added to that motherfucker. You just got the heads done, didn't you, huh? Yeah. Oh, you went with that stage 3 fucking turbo, didn't you? Yeah, because I'm a mechanic, motherfucker. Of course I knew you did that. Man, that dog, look the way the stride is. I know where that stride comes from. Look at the rib cage, how deep it is. I know where that rib cage comes from. Right? Like these are the things that if you really into dogs and you got a palate and it's broad, you can't fool us. And I'm not here to be no like gotcha. I'm not here to be like, oh man, they got faulty dogs. Their dogs are fucking amazing. I love Forest Hill pit bulls. Their dogs look amazing. I wouldn't say that they don't have pit bulls, but I know how they was able to get them dogs look that amazing. That's what I know, and I respect it. Because if I wanted my dogs to perform at a certain level, I would give me a whippet. if I wanted that speed and whatever they was looking, let's say I wanted that muscle or I wanted them rears, like them rears that dogs, them 4-year dogs got that's that whippet here rear.
Yeah.
If you ever see a whippet in their rear and their tuck, and then you look at one of them Forest Hill dogs, come on, man.
Yeah.
Stop playing with me.
Very similar.
Stop playing with me. Come on, Reddy. We know better. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, shout out to them because they dogs look amazing. I'm sure they perform great too.
Yeah.
I love the way they dogs look. I'm not knocking that shit. I think it's dope.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah.
But because we engineers, I'm letting you guys know there's a way for you to reverse engineer dogs. If you know dogs, you can reverse engineer it by looking at it, watching it, seeing other pit bulls compared to that, seeing other pit bulls perform compared to that. Then you're like, okay, well, damn, you didn't get that from the same gene pool as a standard American Pit Bull Terrier. You didn't get that's some special sauce you got. So please don't be naive. Inquisitive DeGean said, get your working imports while you can, because from what I hear, they're cracking down on working dogs in Europe. Yeah, I've been hearing some weird shit about that too. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, the animal fucking rights activists. But you got to understand, you know what I mean? See, excuse me, one thing you guys got to understand is, and y'all know this, but I got to emphasize this. It's about who you know. The people who you really want to be tied into is the motherfuckers who got government contract. You want to get them damn dogs that come from motherfuckers who got influence when it comes to the fucking state itself. You know what I'm saying? If you can get tied into those, the only way you get tied into those, you got to get into those them competition type environments where you can, get tied into that, where you always gonna get, because they make too much money off them dogs in Europe. And they doing that really to monopolize the shit. To be real with you, Inquisitive DeGen, they doing that to monopolize. They want to get the motherfuckers that's been able to eat off of that shit. They want to get them motherfuckers out of there so they can run that whole shit when it comes to the working dogs.
Word.
Because they make buku bucks off them Malinois overseas when it comes to the military.
That dog's number one over there.
And this is the reason why I'm assuming this, y'all. I'm going to close out with this. This is why I assume that they have it on lock. It's because they have the secret sauce. They're the originators of what they do. So if you're the originator of the sauce, and let's say you sell dogs to India, Africa, whatever, America, and then they got your offspring, right? And then they do what they do, right? They take your dogs and they breed them together. Then guess what they get? They start getting that fucking decrease in performance.
Bullshit.
Because their bloodline is too tight. So guess what? They got to go back to the source. But the source is doing something that they're not telling you. They're not telling you that they got a secret sauce that you don't know. That always makes you come back to them because your dogs deteriorate. Because you take what they got and you breed them together. They're not doing that. They say that on paper, but that's not what they're doing in real life. Especially if I get all the military. There's no way if I'm getting all the military contracts and they're coming over here to fucking Scotland or whatever to buy the dogs, there's no way I'm going to let you take my dogs you buy from me, breed them, and then not come back to me and buy dogs off me no more because you got my sauce. There's no way.
Right.
There's no way I'm going to let you take money from me because I'm selling you the dogs and now you think you got my sauce. Yeah, you got my sauce, but that's not how I bred those.
Facts.
That's what it say on paper, but that's not how I bred them because you're going to keep breeding them the same way you think I bred them, and then your dogs are going to decline. They're not going to, increase. They're going to decline. Because you're gonna keep line breeding, inbreeding, line breeding, inbreeding. Your dog's gonna be lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser. Because the
Like,
genetic
yeah,
material has nothing
nah,
to do with the
they're gonna be like, yeah, but it says it on the papers.
well, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, shit. If I write shit on the paperwork and tell you it's good, then you know what I mean, you just gonna keep saying shit is good. It says it on the paper.
I'm like, shit, that's what they doing now. What they say, pink slip. They what they call it, pink slips now.
Man, that's not a real pink slip. That's not. That's not a real pink slip.
Man,
Goofy.
I mean, so we know better, y'all. Okay. When it comes to performance, nothing is better than a motherfucking hybrid vigor fucking dog or hybrid
Facts.
anything. Nothing is better than the freak of nature when it comes to performance. Nothing. Okay. So if you think that you're going to breed the same way over and over and get better when science done told us it don't work that way, nature doesn't even allow it. When you are the king of the jungle, when you get older, guess who's coming to take over your fucking kingdom? The new blood. And guess what he's going to do to your fucking cubs? He's going to
Kill
kill
them
them.
niggas.
He's going to kill them. He's going to run them out. Then the new blood takes over. Guess what happens with your fucking females that are your daughters and all that shit? Hybrid vigor. Nature's law. That's nature's law. So I digress. Great conversation tonight. Man, I believe in the secret sauce, but it's not a secret over here. But just believe that there's a secret to the sauce. If you see anything at a high level, just know that there's a secret to the sauce. Okay?
Yeah.
Just know that over here. Just know it. Even though it's not told to you, even though it might look the same as a standard, but it's performing at the most elite level, there is a secret sauce somewhere down the line, y'all. Somewhere down the line, there's a secret to the sauce. Big salute to you, Tony. So we can wrap it up.
Shit. This was a great one, man. Like they all are, man.
I just want us to learn something, man. That's all. I mean, that's why we do this. I just want us to learn. You know what I'm saying? I really would hope that we are learning by us having these conversations, and I would just hope that you guys are applying what we are talking about. I hope I put food for thought in you guys' minds. I hope I make you guys aware of the things that are very, um, not transparent. Okay. I just want us to really raise this bar because, when it's time for me to do what I do, I mean, I've always been the type that, show and tell. And I always want the respect of my peers to be like, yo, coach, you talked about it and you did it. And I want all of you to be the same fucking way. That's the example that I'm having for y'all. Because when I do it, and I told y'all before I did it, and I manifested, and you're like, yo, coach, I remember in the classroom you was talking about that shit. Coach, I remember you was talking about that shit a year ago, 2 years ago. Look, I see it. I want you to be inspired because I want you to do the same thing so you can inspire me.
Facts.
That's why I do it. I want to be inspired by y'all. I want a collective. I want y'all to pull up with the latest and greatest shit. I want y'all to have some dope ass ideas and shit. You know what I mean? That's why I love it, Reddy, when you always be bringing all these different dogs and shit. I love that shit.
I just found another one. Fucking American Dingo, North Carolina. They call him the North Carolina dog. I saw a little documentary on him last night. So it looks like they're a wild dog that's out there in North Carolina. It's like a little population of them, but since it's still in North Carolina, there's a lot of people's dogs that's getting tangled with them and breeding with them, so the blood isn't that strong anymore.
So
It's
so is
like
it, so is it like
it's a lesser of the pure out there.
okay? So is it a plan? Was it a planned type of breeding for those dogs, or it was just kind of like random and it just happened?
Random,
Oh wow.
but the wild dogs is just they're dingoes. They're think like Australian dingoes,
Australian dingo, yeah.
but they're American dingoes.
You already know what time it is. You gotta send me that one.
Yeah, I got you.
Love to check that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
And I seen people got a lot of them as pets too in North Carolina.
That's really crazy.
That
Yeah,
is,
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
but check this out, Verde. Reddy broke down the what's it, the Australian Shepherd dog? What is it called?
What the
With the Australian
Australian?
Shepherd.
No, what's it called? Reddy, you know what I'm talking about? With that got the dingo in it.
Oh, the Kelpie.
Kelpie. You heard of that dog, Verde?
I never heard of that.
That's got the dingo in it. That's damn near one of the smartest fucking dogs on the planet.
That's crazy. I'm gonna look into that one tonight.
Yeah, the Kelpie. That we were talking about like the bull herder. You know what I mean? Like if you want to make your shit extra, I mean, crazy, ridiculous, you might want to throw
Oh,
that
that
fucking,
shit in there.
yeah, you might want to throw that in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so many different things that y'all can do with your dogs if you really thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? And then you can blow when you competing, you really blow people's minds because you was thinking about adding these type of parts to your dogs and you did it the right way. And you know what I'm saying? Like you put it in a dog, but they won't even know that you even put it in that dog unless you told them.
Hell yeah.
They're like, "Why your dog so smart?" Well, I just
And that shit's hot. That shit's hella fucking what athletic and fast and drivey and all that shit.
yeah, all that. Motherfuckers ask you like, "Yo, how you get your dog so smart and all that shit that it do? I mean, it's big and it's got all this shit. It's got the bite. You know, it's like everybody's breaking down all your genetic characteristics. Like, yo, I threw a fucking Kelpie in that motherfucker. They be like, what? What's a Kelpie? Go look it up. I don't even. Then they see what the dog is like. I don't even see that dog in it. Yeah, I know you don't see it because you don't know how to cook it up like I cooked it up, motherfucker. I cooked that Kelpie up back fucking 3 generations ago. You didn't know I had that Kelpie in that shit 3 generations back, did you? Like that's how cold it is. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how next level this shit is, man. That shit could be 2, 3 generations back. Nobody know, but your dog is performing like that. And your competitor or your partners is wondering how, and then you tell them and they blow their mind.
So many dog breeds, man.
So many, man. So many dog parts you guys can add for performance in your dogs. So many, y'all. And it doesn't have to be the secret sauce.
Shit.
But
I just found like some new bulldog types and shit over the last few days.
Bro, with the bulldog, because of the sauce of the bulldog, I mean, the variances, I mean, shit, man. You can do so many.
Yeah.
Inquisitive Dejin said, he said, if you got some time, coach, there's a short documentary on YouTube about how some animals that reproduce through was that
Pathrogenics.
Nogenesis? Is that what it says? Okay, so it says completely changes how some people breed some animals. Okay. Hey, I mean, shit. You got Inquisitive Degen, you follow me on IG? You know what I mean? If you do, send me the link, man. That's what I tell Reddy. Send me that motherfucking link. I'll check it out. Send me the link. You know what I mean? And I'll check it out for sure. That's one thing we always do. We always stay learning when it comes to these daughters. We always in the classroom. So send that shit to me. That's all that I love to check it out. But yeah, man, we done beat this shit up, man. Let's close it out. Next Thursday, look it up. If K-Man is gonna be on, we might, do a modern dog marvels. But if not, I got a few more different topics that we can cook up. And I want to give K-Man a shot, get on. But if not, what I'm saying? We can do the Doberman tie or whatever. You know what I mean? So many that we can do ready.
Facts.
Sheesh, man. So big salute to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys showing up for the classroom. Hey, feel free, man, to hit the rewind button on all the topics that we got. We got so much good fucking content, so much good classroom shit you can learn, shit you can apply. You know what I mean? Just don't sleep on this classroom shit. Please don't do it, man. There's nothing like it on the YouTube. We in our own lane, bro. And I just want y'all to respect the lane that we in, and don't be afraid to, experiment. Don't be afraid to try it. Yeah, you might fail. Yeah, it might not work the way you want to. Yeah, it might take you a while to get what you want, but at least you tried it. At least you can say you did it instead of talked about it.
Fact.
But man, we out of here, man.
Yeah, salute, chat. Salute, Verde. Salute, Coach.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Salute, Red. Salute, Coach, man. I'm going to see you on the next one. See y'all next Thursday.
See y'all next week,
man. Till Thursday, man. Make sure y'all show up ready to learn, man. Bring your notebooks. Well, we out, man. Peace.
All right. Peace.